Whoops, I let that one just run. All right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to week 4 of Heroes Graveyard. Last week, the heroes managed to successfully barely complete their quest. However, will they be so lucky this week? Let's find out. Joined with me is, as usual, our storyteller, Koibu, and
Hello.
myself, the evil Dungeon Master, controlling all the monsters. We've got some really exciting monsters for you today. Will this be the end of the heroes? We'll see. But first, let's find out a little bit about the heroes. Destiny, your character, Wander, has been doing a bit of stuff off-screen. Inform us on what that has been.
I upgraded my armor to chainmail, and then I silvered my sword for 100 gold.
To splint mail.
Splint mail, yeah. Wait, did it? Well, are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
You think armor is going to be alone to protect you? Armor alone is enough?
No, that's what I have my wonderful teammates here.
Oh, you've
Guys have my
learned
back no
so
matter what.
much, Wander.
And the power of friendship.
That's right.
So,
Gotta catch
speaking
'em all.
about wonderful teammates, Caitlin, you joined us last week. It seems like your character was pretty effective. Do you think that was a reason why the campaign mission was so easy?
No comment, really. I thought you were going to go somewhere else with that question and ask if it was a fluke. Of course it was not. We'll see more of that.
Well, that's because I was going to ask Noxious instead. So, your character was pretty useless. Was it a fluke that the campaign was so easy? Your party basically carried you?
I absolutely carried the return to town. The skull being deposited in front of the magistrate's house, I think, is great. Plus, I've also done something while we had some downtime. I collected peacock feathers to give the priest of Helm in case we went on his quest, so he can adorn some of these helmets of his. But since we won't need those, I'll just stash them. That's fine.
That might be useful if you survive this week's mission.
Or if you didn't
okay.
throw potions at him the first time around.
And, Varys.
Man,
Varys, I
feathers are
almost
nice.
didn't see you there. Why don't you tell me about your
'Cause I'm
character,
stealth.
or about something new about yourself?
Nothing about myself.
Or your
Well,
character,
I'm
yeah.
wondering that I'm in this world of Heroes Graveyard, and the graveyard seems to be pretty barren so far. So
Oh, you did not
I'm
want
wondering
to
what's
say
going
that.
on here.
Wow. All right. Well, I would hand you a shovel to bury yourself, but that's not physically possible. So we're just gonna have to let your friends do it when they come back from their journey, if any friends come back from their journey. Now, let's begin.
All right. So you guys are back in Ruin. That is the city here on this island. Last week you decided you want to go help Hagatha out with one of her problems. Is there anything you want to do in town before you go in search of Hagatha?
I've taken care of all my armor needs and everything beforehand, so I don't need to do anything.
I did not even pick up the gold from our last quest. I care so little about all of these stupid NPCs in town.
Nope, my blades are sharp. I'm good to go.
I've got my alchemist satchel ready. I'm ready to embark on this quest to discover the potion of reincarnation that she promised us she'd present us with.
Yeah, something like that. So, you head out. To get to Hagatha's place, once again, you are going to have to cross that bridge. Where is it here? You're going to have to cross that bridge. That damned annoying bridge right next to those what do we call them? Those card-playing bandits, the Sisterhood of the Dice. Let's get all of your characters on this screen, though. So once again, you come, and let's get Nox. There we go. You should all have access to your tokens. Can you see them and use them all?
Yep.
All right. So once again, you find yourself on this road, headed towards the woods near Ruin. And you can see, once again, the bandits are still there. Elisa, the head of the bandit gang, known as the Sisterhood of the Dice, is standing on the bridge, sees you guys coming, and gives you a friendly wave.
I think we should just pay the toll and wander through. There's no reason to mess with any of these people. We've had good luck crossing in the past. I don't think we need to start any fights here.
We couldn't ask her about the old woman. Maybe they know something about her.
Yeah, if you want to, sure, that's fine.
Let's see if there's. She's still a little bit of a mystery to us.
Sure. You approach, and sure enough, she comes walking down the bridge a little bit, gives you a wave, and says, my friends, it's good to see you again. I didn't know if you would be coming back.
We're just headed over for another adventure, and we ran into an old woman called Hagatha. Have you ever heard of this old woman?
She furrows her brow. Yes. What is your relationship to her, if you don't mind my asking?
Well, she presented us with an opportunity to help her out by clearing out a camp of goblins or kobolds that she's been having problems with. She offered these potions of resurrection, which enticed us a great deal.
I visibly shudder.
Well,
why the fuck would you say that?
She seems a little bit lost for words for a moment and kind of shrugs it off and says, well, good luck with Hagatha. She is known to us here. Do be careful. I hope to get a few more coins out of you before you die. And as always, if you wish to visit our casino, it's right across the bridge.
Wait, what do you mean die? Does that have anything to do with Hagatha?
Oh, I just wouldn't want to lose any more paying customers or bridge crossers, she says as she gets out of your way and lets you cross the bridge after holding out her hand for the customary 1 gold piece per person that she often charges to people crossing this way.
As I walk by her, I say, yes, can you expand more on this stat thing? Perhaps this is reference to how you will kill us because you heard about how we are getting powerful resurrection potion. Now you know all about this. So perhaps you want to follow us. We get potion, you kill us, you take potion from us. I don't see why you wouldn't at this point, you know. And then I look back at Varys, or I guess I look forwards at Varys,
I'm very happy with my job as it is. I'm not looking to work any harder. If you don't mind, you can just go right on through. I have no plans to chase you down wherever you're going and follow
yes, so the
you.
reresurrection potion. Okay, yes, we go onwards. Resurrection potion. Here we go. Once you get the potion, bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Everyone, please pay up a gold piece. A measly piece of gold across the bridge.
Did I start with any gold?
If it's not on your character sheet, you don't have it.
I'll toss in an extra gold piece for her.
I thought I saw visions of Johanna for a second.
So my screen is black right now. To interrupt you. I cannot see the screen.
You cannot see the screen, Nox. Oh no.
No. Everything is black.
Not anymore, it's not. Right?
That's right. Nailed it. All right, great.
Let's fix this so this doesn't happen again. Voila, perfect.
Oh, that's why I'm at the bottom of the bridge right here. I was left alone. Come on, wait up. Here
we go.
Yeah.
It's okay. I will get you caught up to speed. You see, Shadow Boy, he tell everyone about potion of resurrection. So now we can just yell it out everywhere we go.
Excellent.
Resurrection potion.
Yes. It is where we are going. Be sure to kill us after we acquire it.
As we cross the bridge, I want to grab Varys by the shoulder for a second.
Okay.
I think that as we adventure out around here, I don't think we should tell people exactly what it is we're up to. Asking for information is okay, but I feel like if we tell people too much, they could get the wrong idea, or if they have their own ideas, we might get into trouble with that. Just something to think about in the future when we're talking to people out here.
Wow, Vonder, you are so good with your words.
You're much nicer than this other Ava.
Just like to not get killed.
Clearly he's just patronizing you because clearly you already understand the point. I made it very clear. So it's very unnecessary that he does this. But, I appreciate having a party member like this. It's nice.
Okay.
All right, where are we headed? West or east or west or north?
You don't have to worry about that map anymore. I just wanted to see what you guys were going to do with the Sisterhood of the Dice. So you continue north. You find your way towards the part of the woods that Hagatha said she lived in. And now you guys need to find her actual house. Which one of you will act as the pathfinder, the leader of this scouting through the woods looking for Hagatha's home? You have some directions, but someone's still going to have to make a check here.
Is nature check the type of check we'd have to make?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, then I simply step in front of the party and say, "Let me navigate these woods. I remember the path. She mentioned something about going to her house a little bit earlier, and I remember where we were last time. So let me try to find the way."
All right, give me a nature check, please.
Did she tell us like exactly where her house was?
Well, she said, go over here, follow the creek. When you get to the big mossy boulder, take a right, and then there's the big tree with the roots, and she gave you like some landmarks, but you're still pretty unfamiliar with this area. And especially with a roll of a natural 1 on a nature check, Professor Knox leads you in circles.
Well,
It actually takes you, go ahead.
Can we like interrupt this roll, like with me and Destiny being wanderers? Like we would know it's really fast, that we're going in circle.
Probably, actually. Yeah, you're both the Outlander, so you have the natural explorer abilities. Right. So I think after 15 minutes, you guys we've been to this rock before. Seen this large boulder with the mossy thing that looks like, Knox on a bad day. Yeah, we've seen this before.
I can't even nature check.
Oh, what's an amazing rock? Hey, Shadow Boy, would you like to tell us rock?
Fine, we lead the way, Wander. I'll trust you. I'll trust you with our pathfinder.
I know nothing about nature.
I feel uneasy.
You should, Wolf Girl, know all about nature. Why don't you do a check?
To tell Rock about our mission?
Oh, tell Rock about our mission? Oh, I thought you were talking about.
Can you see if you can you sniff her out or anything? I don't know how your dog bear powers translate to you being a person. I have no idea how you shapeshifters work.
I guess I flare my nostrils and do a very exaggerated
Yeah, exactly, just like that. Yeah.
No, I'm just screwing with you. Okay, here's what we do. We will combine our powers, and you will check for something. I don't know. I'm going to so I'm going to use my cantrip so that Wander gets 1d4. Or
and what cantrip is this?
What's it called? One sec. I've done my character sheet. Guidance?
That's the one. All right. So you cast Guidance. Destiny, go ahead and roll me a nature check and add a d4 to it.
How do I add the d4 to it?
Just roll a d4 afterwards.
Right. Okay, yeah.
All right, that's better.
All right, so that's a 12. Much better. You get oriented along the right path. It's not all that easy. You still find yourself lost a little bit, and you get to Hagatha's place just before sundown. Heads up, had you stuck with that one, you wouldn't have gotten to her place until well after sundown, and there might have been some chance encounters. But you get there just as the sun is setting. Hagatha sees you rolling up and gives you a bit of a wave, and then quickly tucks something away behind a pile of logs that are adjacent to her house and beckons you forward. Come in, my friends. Ooh, so pleasant to see you again. Would you come into my little home?
Are we waiting for the screen to change, or are we just?
No.
Okay.
There's no not for us.
I think I would kind of hang out near the back of the group. I kind of want to see what was tucked away back there. If I can take a little peek without being too conspicuous. I don't want to go back and investigate, but maybe kind of lean around the corner, look for maybe a trail of blood or something leading.
Why don't you give me your stealth check versus her passive perception to see if you can take a poke at this before she sees you.
Okay.
Can I assist by performing and distracting her in some way or another, or just engaging in conversation?
If he had let you know what his plan was, definitely.
See.
But
I definitely would not have. Based on what's gone on in the past, I'm not communicating anything.
Right.
Yeah, not to metagame too hard, but remember, anytime you do an ability check, I can give you a 1d4 if you want to tell my character what's going on.
Oh, okay.
Literally any time.
Okay.
So you You kind of poke your head around to see if you can spot whatever this is without being seen. And sure enough, there's like a leg, like a humanoid leg, kind of tucked behind the wood pile here. And as you pull your head back, you can see Hagatha kind of grinning at you, like she's seen you looking, but like she doesn't care, and just continues to beckon the party into her little hovel, which is not very great. It's got like mud walls and kind of a thatched roof that is falling apart in places. There's a nice fireplace that is stacked with stones around it, and a small little wooden bench that's kind of rickety that will not fit all of you. She's got some odd smelling tea hanging over the fire and goes around pouring little teacups in these wooden bowls that she's got, and hands out a cup to each of you. So, my pretties, what can I do for you? Why have you come to seek out Hagatha again?
I'm going to be positioned near the door. I'm just going to be leaning near the door with the cup in my hand. I'll hold it up to my lips and kind of sniff it, but there's no way I'm drinking any of this, and it's my position. I'm not going to be talking to her.
It smells kind of bitter. I'm near the door too. So the two of you hang out near the entrance. Varys and Nox, what are you up to?
I'm going in full throttle. I'm just extremely happy to hear another alchemist. I'm happy to meet somebody like me, so I go up to her and I say, "My fair lady, it is very nice to see you again. Last we spoke, you mentioned something about alchemy and teachings, perhaps of some reanimation potion of sorts that you could share knowledge about with us."
Ooh, yes, not quite a reanimation potion, more of a what's the word? Trump, what's the word? Reincarnation, more of a reincarnation potion sort of thing. You see, we have that's more. I have at my disposal a few such things, pretty little things. So, did you have a willing subject that you would like to be reincarnated into? Perhaps one of those two figures hiding by the doorway?
So it is a means for me to transfer my body over in someone else's body. Is that the way?
Yes, your souls will switch. It's a soul swap potion, to be specific. But there are other options too. Hagatha also deals in a form of life insurance.
What do you mean by life insurance? That is very interesting to me.
Well, all of us who have these sorts of powers answer to greater causes, and I have a greater cause that is highly invested in the happenings of this island and the success or failure of one side or another. My cause would be very pleased to help bring strong fighters back to this land.
I turn to Wander and Varys and Ava, and I nod emphatically, like, yes, this is a great idea, isn't it?
I very firmly shake my head no.
I shake my head no.
I'm not interested in any of these kinds of unnatural magics. I don't approve of
Oh, sure you would. Wouldn't you like to come back from the dead? I mean, you wouldn't have any of your memories, and you wouldn't have your body, or really any of the things that make you who you are, but you would be back.
I very firmly say I am not interested.
Well, maybe one of your other friends would be, or any of your friends back in Ruin. Maybe you would like to come and try some of Hagatha's Archfrey life insurance?
So, okay, so this life insurance, do you have pricing option that person of nature can afford? You know, I'm not from city. I don't have your gold, your schmeckles.
Gold is only the medium by which we exchange goods, not the value of the goods themselves. I have other necessities to power these insurance, let's call it for now. Gold may work as a medium for me to gather these other ingredients. For those of you that are less inclined to work for your lives, So we have pricing plans for those of you that are civilized with your gold and your copper and your silver, and those of you that are wild like me.
Yes, we have so much in common. So wild, both of us. Wild and free. How are we still single here? I don't know how.
Well, have you seen the selection available? It's not very good.
I'm so good at this human girl talk, yes.
Yes. We are both very good at the girl talk.
Haha.
Well,
we just commenced slumber party.
Yes. Would you like to sleep? It's already sundown. I'm sure you must be tired from your journey here. Come in.
Well,
I have cots enough for all of you. And as she motions, you notice for the first time that there are indeed like 6 little cots tucked up against the back wall.
Well, we appreciate the offer. I would lean forward. We appreciate the offer, but we actually have a camp set up not too far from here. And we are meeting a couple of other people out here on business tonight, so we really can't stay here tonight, but we could come back in the morning to chat if that's what you really want to do.
Well,
That's not true. Who are we meeting? What did I miss?
Oh boy! All right, Noxus, you get an inspiration for that. Go ahead and mark it on your sheet.
When I you see this beautiful new armor that I'm wearing, I set up a meeting with the last person that we did that job for. He said that he had something else that he wanted us to look for in this area, so I thought we would meet with him and get some information about it.
Oh, fine. I wasn't privy to that conversation. I see.
Excellent. I suppose you'll want to head out into the woods in search of the goblins in the morning anyway. That's fine. Just come back whenever you're ready, and I'll tell you a little bit more about what needs to be done. Please, I don't think any of you have sipped your tea. It's made from the very finest plants around.
Can I discover what that could be based on the smell of it, the texture? Is there a check I could use to figure that out?
I will give you a nature check at disadvantage if you want to smell it. If you want to taste it, you can do the nature check regular.
Yeah, I'm not carrying antitoxins. That's not a good idea.
I'd like to use my sleight of hand and pour out the drink, but kind of
like
tucking it to my side, or just like turning my head to the side so she's looking at me from.
Give me a sleight of hands check against her passive perception.
Oh,
okay, all right. So she doesn't seem to notice, or if she does, she doesn't act like she notices when you kind of tip it out and then pretend to sip it. Nox here, are you going to drink the tea, or are you just going to smell it?
I'm going to start by smelling it.
Okay, make me a roll at disadvantage, a nature check at disadvantage. Oh, 15, nice. Very good. You do recognize, indeed, that this is made from the roots of raspberry bushes, which are not toxic, but they're also not very delicious. Like there's a slight hint of raspberry in it, but there's also this strong bitterness. Why anyone would make tea out of raspberry roots is beyond you, but that seems to be what it is.
Well, I happen to like raspberry, so I just chug the entire glass.
Can you stack inspiration? I think you should get like so much inspiration for this.
It's good to see a fine appreciator of a strong drink. She brings the pot back over and fills up your glass.
I thank her.
She doesn't have a cup of tea herself.
I'm not surprised. It's only for hospitality's sake. So I thank her again and take a second mouthful of the tea.
Excellent.
And then I say, no more. I'm done. I'm sated. We can move on now.
Excellent. Well, do come back in the morning, and if you have any friends, do bring them along to Hagatha's. I sell all sorts of insurance or reincarnations, as it may be, along with a few other choice things here and there, but let's complete our first act of business before we get into the other services I can provide you.
Hagatha, just as like one girl to other girl, especially magical girl to other magical girl, you would not take any offense to me casting spell to detect magic in your tea, no?
Oh, That's so insulting. You think I would try to magically taint your tea? No. If I wanted to do something to your tea, I wouldn't use magic toxins.
Well, yes, of course. I don't see why someone who can create like reincarnation potion would not just like kill us all immediately. So like just out of curiosity, you would not take offense to us, right?
I would most definitely take offense.
Okay, well, this is very like unreasonable of you. So I'm just going to.
Unreasonable of me to pour you tea? I think I've been quite the hostess to you tonight.
I confirm.
Okay. Did I ever have tea?
Nope. You got a glass of tea, but you haven't said you had any of it yet.
Okay, I just while I'm saying this, I like slip it under my shirt or something.
Like the whole teacup? Like you just take the teacup and put it under your shirt?
I have my weird like.
She has a pouch.
Yeah.
She's a kangaroo.
I just like hold it under my scarf.
I mean, it's going to be really awkward when you leave with like taking her teacup out of the house. That's not a very friendly thing to do, to steal someone else's dishes. And then
my dialogue will like heat her up enough that she doesn't notice it because she'll be like upset from what I've said.
Yeah, if that's what you want to think.
Are we really stealing teacups from? I feel like stealing
the wooden teacups.
All right, I notice her trying to like finagle this teacup to hide it under her shirt or give herself a third boob. I'm not entirely sure what we're doing with this cup. I look at her and I say, if you're not interested in drinking the tea, just leave it. I'm sure she'll understand. I'm not known for bitter drinks either. I set my tea down on any closest shelf or whatever, and I thank her for her hospitality. It's not really my cup of tea.
That's okay.
I think we're going to go out because our business associate said he would meet us right after sundown, and it's almost night. I think we need to meet him, and we'll be back in the morning.
Of course. I don't expect everyone to appreciate everything that Hagatha has to offer. Good night. I'll see you in the morning.
I don't take the tea with me. I just say like, yes, ever so diplomatic as always. And then I also set it down on the table.
All right. You guys can head out and make camp elsewhere in the woods that night.
Can I detect magic on Nox's esophagus?
You can try and detect magic in general, and we'll see if anything pops up.
That was the plan all along. I put 2 fingers in my throat and puke it out on the ground.
Okay, I detect magic on the vomit.
Liquid is available for you to detect magic on.
All right. How long do you wait before you puke? Like, how far do you get away? Do you just do it right outside the door?
No, not so close, but about maybe 2 minutes of walking away, and it's not too far off.
Okay. So 2 minutes of walking plus a couple minutes of chatting. All right, cool. You puke up all of this tea and anything else that must have been in your belly. It's an awful sound that accompanies it that I won't try and replicate. And
I can. Let's not. Let's not go there.
Ava, you cast detect magic on the sick. Is that a spell slot or is that a
yeah, it's a spell slot. No, I'm going to use the spell slot.
All right. The vomit has no magic in it. If there was any magic in it, in the tea, it's already been absorbed into his body because the vomit comes up clean.
Well, that was a waste.
Well, I just took an entire course on GI, so I know there's no way it was absorbed into his body, but...
Wait, does the gastrointestinal tract, is that what's responsible for absorbing magic in creatures? I only took high school bio, so I might not. As we're sitting around the campfire, so we're all discussing, we're sitting around, we're eating, because both of us can acquire food, so everything is... when we were outside of her house, I noticed in the back, there seemed to be, I don't know if it was a corpse. I saw a leg that was being taken behind the house. I don't know if she was burying it, if they were already dead. I mean, I can only assume. But that combined with the tea and the cots in her house, I get a very weird feeling from this lady. Even weirder than I normally have for people that are so obsessed with these types of unnatural magics. Do you three have any input?
Yeah, my input is that you made me suspicious of her with your behavior and your request for asking for magic, putting the tea down, pretending like you were drinking it. And at the end of the day, there turned out to be nothing in it. And so I do not partake in the doubts. And I simply state that she must have very good reasons for having a leg.
You know, Nox, But this woman, she is so clearly like very, very strange, very odd, does not seem like a great person, and yet we will believe in her. Perhaps your like standard for people is very low. Is this why you always say that you like me? You know, because your standard is just so low, like rock bottom, you know.
Pets, and you are many pets at once. What can I say? I'm a practical man.
Okay, glaring at Nox, you can try whatever you want, you can consume whatever you want, but if anything happens to you as a result of this, all right, I will not be there to protect you. I'm just letting you know that I'm here to make sure the rest of us get through whatever we're doing, okay? But I will absolutely not be charged or tasked with defending any kind of unnatural monster or beast or whatever happens to you as a result of this.
No problem. I did not ask you to pick up my puke and clean it up. I can take care of myself. Thank you, Wander.
So Hagatha seems to be a person that might have a lot of gold on her. What do you guys think about maybe killing her?
And then what is your next step in plan? Tell everyone we killed her? Tell everyone we have bountiful amounts of gold?
We'll put it in the log, you know, we'll buy the logs with all those legs and stuff. And I mean, nobody's going to know.
Okay, well, I did not see legs in log. Please continue.
I just think she might have a lot of gold. Noxious might have a lot, or not Nox. Yeah, Professor Nox might have a lot of things to play with inside of that house of hers.
But we don't get information. She promised us information about potions, maybe more so than the potions themselves. If we kill her, we get none of that. We only get the vials and very little as to use
I just
them.
care about the gold. I think
you're on your you're on your own, Varys.
Okay, these legs, were they living legs?
They looked pretty dead to me. And the worst thing is, I think she noticed me peering over there and she didn't even seem to care.
I wonder if perhaps I should go back to her house and try to acquire intel.
Well, for what it's worth, I've heard of potions for the reanimation of dead tied to necromancy that could have something to do with the use of flesh and bone. So maybe she just dabbles in necromantic arts.
Maybe she's trying to dabble in some more and she wants to use our corpses to create her potions, though. Maybe I'm just less trusting of these people
exactly.
than you. If you want to, I'll make you this deal. If you want to go back and investigate, or if you want to try to get some sort of intelligence from this lady, that's on you. I'll be there, and I'll give you the majority of the split if we want to maybe work out in advance some type of 80-20 split to you. But I feel very uncomfortable around these people. I have very little desire to do any type of dealings or business with these kinds of people.
So my form giant spider, like how giant? Because I was under the impression I could use this as a stealth thing.
Giant spider is not any form of stealth whatsoever. It's like stealth. You're a giant spider. Everyone's going to notice you and run from you. I mean, not everyone, but you know, you're a big spider.
And I do like small spider, but still use spider climb.
Is this just your shape change ability?
Yeah.
There.
Can you shape change into like an eagle and just fly over and look down, or do you have like specific animals?
What are
I want to get inside hut.
There are plenty of
wanna go
small
inside
animals
the hut?
that
Is that
you
our
can
goal?
shapeshift into.
Well,
You can't
I just want
shapeshift
to-
into flying, though.
I could try sneaking around too, but I'm thinking that she has the ability to see human objects no matter how sneaky I am. So I think we are going to need something.
I recommend a caterpillar.
A caterpillar?
She would never notice you as a caterpillar.
If we want, we could just go back. If she wanted to kill us all, I think she would have by now. She had us all in her little hut. We could just go back in the morning and let Nox take the lead on the conversation and see what information he can get out of her, and then go from there.
I don't see any limits on the size of the creature that you can shape change into. Just the CR limit. So if you want to become like an itsy bitsy spider, that's totally fine. But at the same time, you have the itsy bitsy spider HP of like 0.001.
Yeah, and I already caught Trump laughing. He's probably thinking of like making something eat me.
Oh, it's pretty meta.
I think you have to be more
pretty
concerned about Nox accidentally stepping on you.
I might just like turn into a hawk for an hour before we go to sleep and just like peer into her hut and see what she does.
You are limited to not flying or swimming for a bit.
You can be a wingless hawk, though. That could be nice.
What about a flying
Just something with good eye vision and like good hearing. So hawks probably don't have. No, hawks have like good hearing too.
You cannot assume the shape of anything that has a flying or swimming speed currently.
Okay.
Swimming speed's at 4th level, flying speed's at 8th level.
So what is something I might have seen that has like good eye vision and hearing?
Can you turn into a blink dog?
Jaguar. Yeah.
Natural beasts, I believe.
Oh, okay.
You could be a mantis shrimp. They have eyesight. I don't think you can.
I don't think Ava has ever seen a mantis shrimp.
Okay, well,
Maybe just like
really
a normal
good.
cat, right? Cats
Sheep
are like small but predatory.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could be a cat.
Okay.
So you want to turn into a cat and then like sneak up on Hagatha's place?
Yeah, I just want to like. It was in a forested area, so just like climb up a tree and be nearby, just for a little bit.
Okay. So why don't you give me a stealth check as a cat? I don't know what a cat's stealth check is, but it's probably really, really good. There's actually a cat stat block somewhere.
Yes, 2 hit points and stealth +4.
Oh, that's fine. So do you want me a stealth check?
Yes.
Okay, well first I'm going to like touch myself, of course, and use guidance on myself.
Guidance, right.
It actually doesn't look like anything special. Sometimes I use Druidcraft to like make it look cool, or if I want someone to really believe that my plan's gonna work, I make it look like very magical. You know, like leaves swirl around me. Right now, I care so little about making it look showy.
Can you cast spells as a cat?
I mean, before I turned into it's as a cat, right? Okay, I guess I can't do that then. So they just find. Well, okay. When I use Druidcraft, like I cast like the leaves swirl, and then I turn into the animal. So it's beforehand, but it's fine.
I kind of feel like beast shape breaks concentration, but maybe not. Let's let it
I
slide
can't.
for now. I'll check it later.
So it's +4. Ignore my 1d4. Ignore my 1d4.
Right. So 2 + 4 is 6. So you're an awkward cat. Maybe you've never been a cat before. You prefer the wolf approach, and cat is the kind of the antithesis of the wolf. So you have a little bit of an awkward time. And as you're making your way towards Hagatha's hut, you notice that she's outside in the dark, no source of light whatsoever, just kind of munching on something by the wood pile. And as you approach, she kind of looks in your direction, puts down whatever she's munching on, squats down on her haunches and goes, "Hello, little kitty. Come here, come here, come here. Hagatha has a surprise for you." And then she starts like still squatting, walking in your direction.
I sprint up a tree.
"Come here, little kitty. Come here, come here."
If a druid dies as an animal, do they come back as a human or are they dead?
Yeah, I become a human.
Okay.
So
It
do we
depends.
see her from where we are?
Yeah, where are we exactly?
Like, do we see her in the dark from where she is?
No, I think you guys are camped pretty far away from her house, right? Like you didn't want her to see your campfire
Wanders.
from her door.
Wander said he'd come.
I didn't say shit. I
You
hate
said
that.
he'd come.
I hate these type. We didn't talk about this before you left. You turned into a
What?
cat and you
said
just
if
walked.
I went over there, you would come.
Did I say this?
Yeah, you said you can trust this from me.
That's not true.
Can I get a Twitch clip of that?
I don't think I
you
heard that either.
You said like rest be assured or something first. Or you said you wouldn't go inside, but you'd be there.
I said we could go back. I thought I said we could go back in the morning.
Yeah, that's
But yeah, you said that too.
That's
But you
what
also
I.
said if I
That's
stealthed
why
over
I'm
there,
still
you'd be
here.
there.
How does a cat meow carry through the forest to our camp?
Not
Would she be
well,
able
no,
to meow loud
absolutely
enough?
not. She's alone
maybe-
by
okay,
herself in the
so
woods being
I guess-
chased by Hagatha.
Okay, well, well, now it feels too meta to say we discussed anything beforehand. I guess so. A cat going over. We moved how far away? About 30 minutes away, and then camped.
Yeah, it's a good distance away. If you want to say 30 minutes, that's fine with me.
Okay, so we moved about 30 minutes away. We set up a camp. The cat walked back. I assume that the cat is going to travel quicker than we are as 4 fully uncovered people. So maybe she makes it there in about 5 or 10 minutes. Is that fair?
Sure, something like that. Maybe 20 minutes, I don't know, 15. I don't know how fast.
So I'm looking for maybe about an hour. So assuming that she survives for about an hour, I think at that point we would begin to discuss going to look for her. She hasn't made it back yet. So it's on her to survive for that duration of time.
I like the way that you think about
find
that.
the Twitch clip. Find it. Search the VOD.
Destiny abandoned
Chat,
Kate.
find it.
So
Why'd you run up
the
the
witch?
tree? You could have just ran.
Okay.
So she's stuck in a tree right now. Is
She's
Ava in a tree?
treed, yeah. Hagatha very slowly and gently approaches your tree, kind of walking up to you. And then you don't actually hear her say any words and her mouth doesn't move, but you hear in your mind, in your native tongue, whatever that is, Hagatha saying, come here, let me pet you. And with it is a spell effect. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw while she casts a spell on you.
Rest in pepperoni.
And Wander, please gain an inspiration for abandoning your teammate. Fantastic.
I didn't abandon anybody. I said we go back in the morning.
I appreciate you
Wisdom
sticking
saving
to your
throw.
guns.
Wisdom save, yeah.
It was the plan all along. You know it.
Oh, you
Yes.
hear the suggestion that you should come and let Hagatha pet you. And I think it has the exact opposite effect. And you are freaked out because she's talking inside your brain about letting you come and pet her. And there is a malevolence in her voice. What do you do?
Can I like jump to the next tree over, like run down a branch and just like jump to the next tree and keep jumping back?
Sure, you can just bolt. She doesn't pursue you. You make it
Okay.
back to the camp a few minutes later.
Also with my like night vision cat eyes, I notice that Wander is nowhere to be found.
Yes, you do.
This mother hecker, I swear to God. Jesus fucking Christ.
All right.
So
Well,
she
you
should be
guys-
able
Jesus
to make
Christ.
it back pretty quickly to the camp.
Yeah, she makes it back, and pretty soon there's a cat crawling into camp.
I pet the cat. I completely forgot that it was her.
Do you respond well to this person who forgot who you are petting you?
Honestly, I don't even notice me being pet because I'm trying so hard to resist, like scratching the heck out of Wander's face
All
in
right.
other areas.
You guys are going to bed down for the night here because there's actually nobody coming to visit you. What is the order that you take your watches in?
I'll go first.
Yeah,
Chanman's first,
Mhm.
followed by
I'll do it next.
I'll go.
Destiny.
Okay.
Is it perception?
I'll be making checks
Oh.
during the breaks to see during the night to see what happens.
Oh,
I
And
should
I'll
go
ask you
there.
to make a roll to notice if something is happening during your watch.
Okay.
So it goes Chanman, Destiny, Nox, Caitlin.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got my dark goggles. Don't forget. This is the only thing.
Oh,
I
that's
do
right.
with
You've
them.
got night vision
Yeah.
goggles.
I've got
And
it.
when I wake up,
Can
I
I-
cast guidance on myself.
It's got a duration
Can I
of
leave this to Varys and Wander for the night so they can actually see in the dark while we sleep?
you loan people
Uh-huh.
your night vision goggles.
Yeah, I don't need it, but Wander definitely does.
I don't think I would trust it. I don't like these kinds of things.
All right, fair enough.
I don't know
Good
if it would
luck.
explode in my eye or something. I'm sorry.
Yes, you are the one with
No.
trust issues now. You are the victim.
The night passes without any problems. You all wake up the next morning, half an hour away from Hagatha's hut, all intact, no one's been eaten, and no monsters approached. So it's the next night, the next day.
All right, Nox,
All
you
right,
said
guys.
you wanted to go back and talk to her?
I did not. Varys said he wanted to kill her, and I proposed that was a terrible idea given the fact that it was very likely we were simply not going to get anything out of her. But if we were to go back, I would at least like to get some information as far as how to brew or come to make the potions that she herself brews, as that would dispense with the need to actually rely on her to make them, and I could oversee the process.
Sounds like you want to go back and talk to her then.
I did not, but it beats the alternative of killing her if Varys is hellbent on it.
Fine. We can talk to her.
Vera sounds like he wants to talk to her. Oh God, what's Bear Lady's name?
Ava.
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 Yes.
Ava, did you find anything interesting last night that you feel like you need to share with us? You didn't say anything, so I'm assuming not.
I just blink at him, and that's it.
Okay, sounds like she didn't see anything too important. I'm somewhat indifferent to this. I really don't like messing with these types of people, but if you two want to go and chat with her, or Nox wants to take point on the conversation, I'll kind of hang back and just keep lookout, I guess.
I start casting Good Berry too.
All right.
And, divvy up the berries.
You burn one of your spell slots on Goodberry. So the party, the whole party, or just a subset of the party heads back to the house?
I think all four of us are going. I'm going with Nox, and
Yep, I'm there too.
Yeah.
All right. You get back to Hagatha's house. She's outside. She's got a hoe in hand, and she's digging like a little furrow to plant things in, it seems, inside of the small little picket fence that runs around her cottage. She sees you coming, wipes the sweat from her brow, sets down the hoe, kind of kicks some dirt over something on the ground, and comes to the fence. Hello again. Are you ready to go deal with those pesky goblins?
I insist that we are, but I demand, well, not demand, I request that she that she at the very least promise us some information as to the contents of the potions that she says are related to souls.
Proprietary secret, my friend. Like I would sell that information, much less give it away for free. No, you'll never find my secrets.
How much do you need these goblins killed precisely?
Well, I would like them disposed of. They have come into the woods and set up quite a problem. You see, there are 4 clans of goblins in the area, each run by their own boss. Each of these goblins is in charge of a small collection of goblins and some kobolds, and I've seen them working with a little bit of zombies here or skeletons there. Anyway, these 4 goblin clans have been most troublesome for Hagatha. They have a headquarters, a shared headquarters deep within the haunted woods. I'm not sure what the lair contains, but the front of it is heavily guarded by walls and whole rows of goblins and infrastructures, and I'm sure there are traps and all that sort of thing. A frontal assault against the goblin lair would be difficult for anyone. Luckily for you, Hagatha knows that there's also a secret escape route that the goblins have tucked away, well away from the front door. I would be happy to lead you here, have you go in through the back door, take out the leadership caste of these goblins, which should send their minions into disarray, making them fairly ineffective and easy to deal with, rather than their current organizedness. If you are willing to do this for me, Hagatha has something that she is willing to offer you in exchange.
Great, I brighten up, excited, and I say, well, you just happened to stumble upon the best band of goblin slayers in the area, and I accept the quest on behalf of everybody, turn to Wander, and wait to see his reaction.
Is there any type of... So in listening to her talk about this, I guess the thing I'm curious is, just based on the dead bodies we saw last night and all of the potions that she seems to have and her knowledge of this secret trap, like it all seems very, very, very conveniently set up. Is she really not capable of dispatching these goblins with some sort of magic? Is there any way that I can tell if she's lying, or maybe she's spinning some type of tale that she wants us to believe?
You can make me an insight check to see if there's something else going on here.
I would give anything if Destiny asked me to cast guidance on him.
I forgot again. I'm sorry.
With a 12, she seems pretty square. She's definitely a creepy old woman who was probably eating a person's leg, but she seems on the up and up about these goblins. But it's a good question why she doesn't take care of it herself. That's a good question.
Hagatha, I have only one question for you. I don't mean to offend you again. I want us to get back on whatever level we were on before, the magic girl to magic
girl talk level.
Yes, girl talk level. Yes, of course.
Yes.
However, I just wonder, perhaps were you also raised in forest away from all of humanity? Like, why is it you talk the way you talk to us all the time? You talk like so weird. You're just like constantly like going up and down and up and down. Like, oh, Hagatha, yes. Like, why? What is need for this? Why?
There's no need. There's no.
You're doing it again. Why are you doing this?
I do not complain about the way that you speak with your silly accent, like I am from another country.
Please,
you sound ridiculous.
Yes, and so do you. Don't you understand? I started a conversation by relating to you, asking if perhaps you were also from a forest. I just maybe like we knew each other before. I don't know.
You seem very confrontational. What has happened in your life to cause you to be so problematic with other people?
I start wondering if she's like in my head again.
Are you? Have you been betrayed or hurt by others in the past? You seem to have some very serious trust issues. Why don't you come in and tell little Hagatha all of your problems? I have a nice drink that will help put you to sleep so you'll feel more relaxed during our therapy sessions. That is another service I offer.
No, I've only had normal friendships with people, never ever been betrayed. Under. It's fine for now, but I will keep it in mind, if ever my relations with other people go south. Very unlikely to happen, though, probably not.
Well then, let us get down to business. I think we're all business people here. Business humans, business elves, business Hagathas.
Business girls, yes, girls run the world.
Does this sound agreeable? You slay the goblins and I open up all of my rituals to you. So if you ever had need of them, you can simply come to Hagatha and she'll help you out.
I look to Varys and kind of Nox, and I think killing goblins.
There's goblins.
Is what we do. I guess.
Yes. Since this is their headquarters, I expect you'll find plenty of monetary rewards in there for yourselves. My end of the deal will be giving you access to a wide range of difficult spells that you may wish to have at your fingertips whenever you need.
Sounds good to me. Just I'm following Nox since he's the one taking lead on the conversation. I'm ready to go whenever.
Are we ready to go?
Then we are ready to go. We will have you lead us to the back door to enter the goblins' camp to take out the leadership. But we expect you to accompany us a little bit further inside their bastion, lest you simply abandon us.
I have brought you along to take on this task yourselves. If it is something that you need my help for, I'll find other people to do it. Don't worry, I have many activities to keep me busy.
I say yes.
Excellent. Let me lead you to the back door, which really is just a simple ladder tucked into a hollowed out tree, hidden by shrubberies. It's quite basic, but far enough out into the woods that no one is likely to find it. Follow Hagatha. Come along, my pretties. Come along, she says as she leads you deeper into the woods.
So as we're following her, I kind of walk over to Wolf Girl or Ava and say, "Hey, Wolf Girl, could kill her right now. What do you think?"
Oh boy, why you do this? Why?
Okay.
But no, really, why? And will not be satisfied or content until I'm given an answer.
I don't like this woman. I don't like this woman at all. And I still think she has gold in her house.
What could she have possibly done that would make you dislike her?
You saw the way she talked.
It's
weird.
totally normal. Same way I talk. Like, whatever.
Okay.
I'm just screwing with you, Shadow Bush. It's weird as hell. What the fuck are we doing here? Seriously, this is so stupid. Whatever.
You think Noxious would be mad if we killed her?
Well, I don't really know how like sentient Noxious is at any given time. Maybe if like we kill her, but then we give Noxious some more of that tea, like, would he really care?
No, let's just go. Let's just keep going.
I mean,
I'll decide how we can kill her later.
You could check her hut now while we distract her with this. It could greatly anger her, however.
Are we pretty far off from her hut at this point?
I think since I'm following Nox, I kind of overhear this conversation a little bit because I'm more wandering back with them. I shoot a very nasty glare to Shadow Boy over here, to Varys. I really don't think. I think we should just focus on the task we have ahead. The last thing we want to do is split ourselves up when we're out here deep in the forest. I think we should just follow the lady, go to the goblin thing, kill the goblins, and then come back. And if you want to do any extra stuff, we can figure that out then.
It's very direct.
Okay.
So as we're walking, I abruptly stop, and everybody behind me has to also stagger, and I scream, "It's a trap!"
At what? What do you scream? It's a trap at?
I ready my shield. I'm taking a dodge action right now. I have my shield up. I'm glancing around everywhere behind trees.
Hagatha stops mid-stride and looks back at you with this like look of confusion and derision melded into one.
Can I?
Then I look at
use
it.
perception?
I just wanted to test whether or not it was actually a trap, but your reaction shows me that it isn't, and so we move on.
Yeah, I want to use perception on her reaction to that, but of course I first use guidance.
So you cast guidance to gauge how well you can react to her. I don't think you can use guidance reactionarily like that. I don't think it's like, hold on, let me cast a spell. Okay, now let me see how she was looking at me. I think it's kind of like, I'm about to undertake this task. I'm going to guide myself in it.
No, I hear it's a trap, and I'm always ready to cast guidance. I always have like a hand on myself, okay? So I hear it's a trap. I'm like, oh, guidance. And then I'm like, wait a second. And I look at her, well, guidance is
This is on the same level as saying I just cast guidance every 60 seconds, so it's on me at all points in time, no matter what happens, because it's an at-will power and it's infinite. So screw you. That's.
But like you would though, if you had guidance, you would though, right?
No. It's a concentration spell. It takes a lot of concentration to maintain, and who wants to be casting spells every 60 seconds? It's a pain in the ass.
I cast perception. Oh
Cast
shit!
Perception.
Yeah.
This one is more insight.
Yeah, can you get an insight check here?
Oh wow! Post roll.
What?
Excellent. Excellent. So,
Can I do another?
no.
But it's the same exact roll. It's +5 for both of them.
You look at Hagatha while she looks back, confused with that look of confusion and derision, and I there's nothing else to it than that. It's like confused and kind of like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? He's such a scrub. You know, it's this unhappy, unpleasant look.
I think to myself, I should have casted guidance first.
All right, I think we are continuing to follow her then after this.
She does.
Event happens.
You do. She leads you, and after about an hour of hiking through the woods, she leads you to this tree. The tree is surrounded by shrubs, and it's got like this burn mark in it that kind of forms like a 7-foot tall, like upside down V shape that kind of creates an indentation where the front of the tree's been hollowed out a little bit. And she points to it and says, in there, you'll find a ladder that goes down to the back door, which leads you through something. I know I've seen at least one of the goblins going through it. I think I've seen Booyog going through it a few times, and Wallawa once or twice.
You know goblin names?
Hagatha has much information. That's mostly what I'm a dealer in. Knowledge, insight, tradecraft.
Okay.
Of sorts.
Before we head down there, After hearing her say that, do you think can you give us any type of particular information on the goblins that you expect us to deal with back here? Do you know maybe about how tough they are, how what kind of armor or weapons they might have or anything? So, see, I'm kind of looking for like HP checks or something, if she might know that.
Yes, yes. I can tell you that one of them is a sorcerer who's maybe not the greatest. He seems to have turned himself blue. So if you see an all blue goblin, that's the sorcerer of the group. There are two frontline fighters, one with a sword, with a shield and a spear. The other likes to wield a large two-handed battle axe. It's almost too big for him.
I'm like really bad at reading Hagatha's social cues. So every time she's about to start laughing about something, I start going like, I start chuckling like, ha ha ha. But it's the other kind of laughing she's doing, you know? So like every time she says like, and then there's a sorcerer that might kill you, I'm just like, yeah, ha, ha. Yes, of course. Like laughing along with her.
And Walalawa, she's most fond of... She reminds me of you, Varys. A lot like you. Are you perhaps half goblin instead of half elf?
No.
Are you half elf and half goblin? Are
No.
you sure you're not related to Walala?
I'm sure.
Well,
All right, with that awkward pause, I think I would start to approach the door. This is about as far as you're coming with us, correct?
yes, I have some other activities to tend to. I will be back here in an hour or so to pick you up. Remember, we're only after the leaders. Feel free to slay any other goblins you come across, but the leaders are all that I require for my purposes. Have fun storming the castle.
You want them
their
dead?
heads?
Yes, dead, heads, alive.
Dead will do, and I trust you to do the job through and through. I'll know if you don't.
Yes, of course, because we would not have them when you come back here. We would not have them, so you would be well aware.
Sure, if you would like to bring me their heads, that's fine as well.
Which ones did we, real quick, which ones did you only want the 2 dead or all 4 of these that you mentioned?
All 4 of them need to be removed. And if any one of them survives, they'll take over the other 3 clans. And, well, that would be unfortunate. I would have to find new people to go slay them for me. And I think the back door would be guarded after that.
Okay, so you're saying if we do 75% of the job is not good enough for you and you will kill us. Seriously.
I said no such thing.
You said you would find new people to do it. You would not enlist our services again. 75%? Seriously? Wow, okay.
I am hiring people to do 100% of the job. If you hired someone to build you a house and they only put up the walls and foundation but left the roof off, would you be happy?
Yes, I would give them like fair compensation for services provided, which is found.
You, my dear girl, are what my people call a chump.
Okay, I have no knowledge of this word, but you smile while you say it, so thank you. Yes, thank you.
It means someone who's, well, I'm sure your friends will tell you after I leave. Goodbye now, my pretties. I'll see
Let's go, Varys.
And
all right.
Okay.
disappears into the woods.
As she goes off in the distance, I raise up the question that perhaps, because she came to us after we had taken the skull of the dragon because she wanted the tailbone only, and I must wonder if the goblins were really bothering her or if she was having them excavate the tailbone, and because we interrupted, we perhaps would have run away with it, and so she's actually in league with the goblins.
Yeah.
I don't think that makes much sense. Wouldn't the goblins just deliver the bones to her? Why would an old lady be wandering near an excavation site to pick up her bones if she had enlisted the help of the goblins? It seems pretty straightforward. I mean, we've been pretty cautious up to this point, but I think we should just go down, take care of these guys, and head back before it's nightfall.
Cool. So there's going to be, I agree with you there. I don't think there's, even if she was in cahoots with them, maybe it's a trap, but we're already going to be super cautious anyways, I think, entering into this back door. But the biggest thing is we have to kill 4 bosses A lot of goblins. So we need to figure out when we can rest. And
But we're
maybe
arrested now. I think this.
I know, but we're gonna we need to
rest.
rest between boss battle. I'm just guessing that these bosses are going to tire us out, and we'll have a hard time fighting.
Yeah, well, I mean, we can figure it out when we get a lay of exactly what's going on. If we can take out a couple of them and retreat, right? We can try that, I guess. But let's.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that's very reasonable. I think we'll have to kill all of them actually, because if we take out a couple and retreat, they're going to come back and seal the entrance or enlist the help of guards to keep it.
Okay.
Do we all feel comfortable with this? Do we need any more pep talks or?
I said we go.
I do get potion before we go in the healing draught. So that is
What is
before,
it?
after the rest and before we actually go in. It lasts for about an hour. So I'm assuming the rest is done and now we're just ready to proceed.
What is the heal? What is this
Yeah,
potion?
what is
The 8 potion that I can give you and it lasts 1 hour. While you have it, I cannot give any to anyone else, but I don't want to be stuck giving it to you while we're
what does
engaging.
the potion do?
It's a 1d8 healing potion.
Okay, and I have to take a turn, an action to use this.
Yes.
to drink it?
Okay.
Hey, how many berries do we have?
1, 3, 3.
Okay. So each of us 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
How long
I'm,
does
There we go.
Strider last for?
Long Strider?
Yeah.
1 hour. And no concentration on that.
I guess I'm just gonna cast it on Shadow Boy. Is there any way I can like cast it without him noticing?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
Yeah.
what does
Uh,
Long Strider do? More movement or something?
Yeah, it's like more movement, but it means that if something's on you or me, or I guess Nox, he can close the distance really fast.
Okay.
Okay.
right.
Just stand there, Shadow Boy. Don't be concerned with this. And then I cast it on him.
All right. You have an increased movement rate. What is it?
Great.
Your movement is now an additional 10 feet.
Okay. So it's 45 feet. All right. So should we look down this? Maybe do a perception check on this ladder that leads down here.
Sure.
Sure, but before we do, I think you guys are all well prepared. You guys are all inspired. If you don't have an inspiration, feel free to. I'm so generous. I want you to succeed. Truly, I do.
Can we
He's
lower
only
it?
giving it to you because you need it.
As a reminder, inspiration is to be used before checks. I will not allow take backsies this time. So, roll with advantage before, use your inspiration, and we'll go on break and we'll see what happens when you investigate and or go down this ladder. Good luck! All right, welcome back. You're just in time to watch the heroes die.
Ooh, I see. That's spicy.
Okay, so you head down the stump, down the ladder, and find yourself in a dark tunnel. Who's the first one down?
I am.
So okay.
I should be. Just at least I can. I mean, at least I can see.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I
that's
can,
on you.
I
Yeah.
can see in the dark.
Yeah,
I'll go down first.
Okay, let's get all these people here. So Varys, you're the first one down. Let me just double check something real quick. Perfect. You're the first person down, and you can see. And what you see is a large cave with a tunnel that leads straight forward. And there are bones and bloodstains and a large rotting corpse. It looks like it maybe was an ogre once upon a time, and now it's just like dead in the tunnel. And the flesh is turned green and is like, clearly there's bones sticking out of it in one place, and there's like maggots crawling through it. It's a very dead ogre and a bunch of other bones and bloodstains.
Just real fast. Is that like a water prop for your character, Nox? Or are you drinking vodka from a bottle?
No, it's just a bottle I have, and it's not vodka. It's just water. Yes.
Like it came like that, or you made that for your character?
I put some leather straps.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, it's sick. Yeah, it's so cool.
but it's old. It's been with me for a while now.
Okay, cool. Anyways, the ogre.
All right. So I climb down. I look, down the hall or down the cave, and I basically relay that information that you just mentioned, which is
So you just like shout up the
shout out the guy. It's good to come down.
Great idea.
It's good to come down. So
All right, you shout up the ladder.
What? Okay, so we start to come down. I'm kind of like stumbling my way through the darkness. I think that because we are taking a secret entrance into a very heavily defended point, and because this is supposed to be a secret and we're supposed to be moving secretively, we should probably avoid screaming, shouting, making any loud noises, lighting any torches, or doing anything that could otherwise draw attention to ourselves.
You say this
I
once
hear
you get
whispers
downstairs.
of.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, I hear a voice. I hear whispers up the entrance, but your voice is not very clear. So I say, shouting, "Did anybody say anything?"
All right, so Wander, you're down here, but you can't see crap. All you got is the lighting from the that comes down the stairwell.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the two of you down there now.
I would motion with my hand for the other two to come down.
Yeah, I come down.
All
I mean,
right.
I guess I don't see you motion it, but I'm not gonna like wait.
Ivana comes down. And I guess eventually Nox comes down? Maybe?
My screen is still black, so I'm
well,
not
yeah,
sure
because you
where I'm
haven't come down
located.
yet. You haven't. Stop
Yeah.
moving. No. I
need to
moved you into vision.
This is some crazy movement.
Are you going down the ladder as well, or are you staying up?
No, I'm definitely coming down.
Okay. So I think everyone except for Varys is kind of stuck in there. I guess, no, Professor Nox, you've got
no,
those.
Nox has the glasses. Yeah, he's got the goggles.
Yeah, so you can see as well.
Yes, I see very well.
Yeah. So Nox, you also see this rotting hulk of an ogre just like dead on the side of the cave. Varys and not Varys, Wander and Ava. It's
Don't know what's
dark.
going on. So Nox, you think you can let Wander borrow your goggles? So
I'm
we can
not wearing anything that this guy brought with us. I have no interest. Tell us what you see. Describe to us.
Well, we see bones on the ground. We see some blood like all around these bones. We
Is
see
it fresh? Did something die in here recently, or?
it's I can't tell, but can I do a perception check to see if it is fresh?
The bodies and stuff?
Any of the bodies, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Give me a perception check.
Can Ava see down here as well because of her monster stuff, or?
No, not maybe if she becomes a wolf,
Spider?
you can see.
Oh no.
So Varys, they're all pretty dead. I mean, most of them are bones, and then the only like fleshy corpse has like maggots crawling through it. So they're all pretty old corpses.
Okay. Did you tell me that they're all pretty old?
Yeah. So I'm relaying basically that information to you. Given that only 2 of us can see, we're gonna have to figure out a way where I think Wander, I might have to guide you, like hold your shoulder, maybe guide you.
Definitely not. I'm not stepping into this cave without being able to see. I'm gonna light a torch if we think it's safe. I'm trusting you,
Okay.
and then I take a deep breath and Nox to make sure that the path ahead is clear. Do you think that there's nobody down here, or anybody that would see us? I don't know how far you can see. I don't have the gift of night vision. Just let me know, and I'll go ahead and light a torch and roll it forward, and we can start making our way through this cave.
I do not see any goblins or anybody alive that might be that might be dangerous to us.
We
right
don't
now.
smell like methane or something stupid, like the cave is going to explode if I light a torch because of gas, right? I don't have to roll for that, right?
That might be a nice thing to roll for. To ask, maybe not to roll for, but to ask. You don't smell any sort of methane.
Okay.
Now you do.
Okay. All right, so I take out a torch and my flint, and I kind of look around. Does anybody object to me rolling this forward so me and Ava can have some sight in here?
So I'll just pause for a second here. I'd like to make a perception check or some form of check to see if whether or not the remains were eaten by something large, because they do not look like the deaths of skirmishes with goblins.
Guidance.
Sorry, what did you say again, Nox?
Can I make a check to see whether or not the bodies that I see in the dark look like they've been eaten by something that isn't a goblin?
You'll have to walk up and actually physically inspect them to see if you can figure out what they died from or anything like that. Why don't you move your character to the things that you want to inspect? I want to encourage you guys to move your character to represent what you're doing and where you're going. So show me where you're going and what you're doing.
So very slowly I crouch and approach the bone pile closest to us, and I analyze the remains.
Sure. And let me also throw a torch out here for you guys to have.
Or wait, I haven't lit anything yet.
You haven't lit it yet?
We're still
Okay.
deciding. Yeah,
I'm waiting for Nox to tell me if it's okay.
we were still
I have
deciding
my
on that.
flint and torch out, and I'm ready to light it, but I'm waiting for the okay from one of those.
Okay, cool. So Nox, you come over to this bone pile and start looking at it. The bones look like they have been ripped apart and cracked apart. Like it's not a full skeleton. It looks like most of these bones have significant breaks in them. Maybe it's something that's breaking open the bones to suck out their marrow. Maybe the bones have just been abused for ages. Maybe they were shattered in whatever caused the creature's death, but they're pretty badly broken up. The bloodstains are kind of old, but they're not so old that they're like, they're not years old. They're probably on the order of maybe, I don't know. You'd need an investigation check to figure out, to try and gauge the age of the bloodstains. And you're not going to get it with that. It's definitely not years old, but somewhere between a day and, 12 months minus a day.
Okay, so that actually corresponds to what Hagatha mentioned. So I simply go back to the group and tell them that everything looks fine and in order and we're ready to proceed. And I'll go to the back of the group.
All right, in that case, I look to Varys and I kind of nod. I'm going to light this torch and roll it forward, okay?
Okay, yeah, I would roll it maybe 10 feet forward. Just throw about 10 feet or 15 feet. Just not too far down the cave.
Okay, I light the torch and I roll it 15 feet, 3 squares in front of me.
All right. So everybody should be able to control this torch. You throw it 3 squares in front of you.
Yep.
Lands right there. Does that work for you guys? Does that give you light?
Yep, looks good to me.
Perfect.
All right. Since Varys and Nox can see further down this cave than either of us, I'm going to kind of stay between the two of them. I don't know what Ava wants to do, but I'm kind of waiting on Varys and Nox to make peeks down this cave since I can't really see what's going on.
I'm going to kind of go towards the side here because I can still see down the cave. Some cover.
Okay, stop! Everyone stop. Everyone
Oh,
stop.
geez.
I was waiting for an exact moment, and Nox, you happen to have triggered that moment.
Of course I did.
Can you tell why? Wow, as you step right next to that hulking mess there, It reaches out with its right hand from underneath. It was hiding a morning star under its belly, and it swipes at you while it's lying on the ground with that morning star. This would normally be a disadvantage, however, it has an advantage for surprising you, so it just evens out. The ogre crits you.
Oh my god.
How much damage is that? Am I just dead?
Well, he's
I
got
think I'm dead.
Click on the text of the morning star and we'll find out.
Uh-oh.
That is 20 damage.
Holy crap.
I instantly keel over and rip in pepperonis. I explode.
No, he's unconscious, right?
He is unconscious and not dead. He's at 0 because you can't go below.
Okay.
But if something does enough damage to
Barbarian,
bring him to negative, what is that, 13 or something, then he's deadsies.
Okay, so I'm at -7, or do I just go to 0
You
for the
just go to
first?
0, yeah.
All right, perfect. We're good here.
I
Alright.
guess I say to my party, please don't forget the good berries, the essence of my people. Well, that's not true, but
Hold
hopefully.
on, 6-second combat rounds here,
As
everyone.
this thing starts standing up, you notice that it's an ogre, but it's kind of dead. It's like a dead ogre, maybe a zombie
Yeah.
ogre. Roll initiative.
Please, everyone, roll initiative. Uh-oh. That... It can't have 0 initiative. Oh, it can have 0 initiative, can it?
Good.
Yes, the ogre has rolled a 0 initiative. How lucky for you.
Okay, wait, I'm sorry. What the ogre is what? This huge thing in the top right?
Yeah, is
Yes.
it which, or is it the bones? Okay, it's the big green thing.
It's the big green thing, is the ogre.
Okay.
Yeah.
We will now also reveal its health bar to you, I suppose.
I
Yes,
can't-
that should be revealed now.
I don't have the roll initiative thing when I click on
Have you
my.
clicked on your token?
Yeah,
In the upper left corner?
it's just blank.
It's shared with all players. I
I was
don't.
gonna say, make sure your token is selected and you should be able to do it. I can.
I can just roll initiative for you, but it should be there since it was there last week and nothing else has changed.
You could
Yeah.
try on your.
I'll investigate it during a break or something.
Also-
oh, yeah, you can just click on your initiative on your character
Yeah.
sheet.
Also,
Cool.
just to make sure, do you guys see the health bar since I don't?
I don't see it.
either.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
Alright, looks like he's
oh,
dead,
wait,
I guess.
That's the wrong health bar. I was showing
Oh.
1 instead of
It's a big health
3.
bar.
There we go.
The health bar does not actually matter, the size of it. It's just, it'll show you percentages.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's how
I'm
we
just
use
gonna
the
roll-
health bar, right?
If you're on your character sheet
Yeah.
and you click the text of initiative,
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
voila. Okay, Ivana and Professor Knox, you are tied. So let's just start with Ivana.
Oh, I think I should be going first, right? Like
Varys, you haven't rolled initiative yet.
Oh, I
Yeah,
oh,
Varys.
Oh, you
I
did.
rolled.
You just
I
click
did
on your character
Come on,
for it.
Varys.
Oh, okay.
We'll add your turn manually. 23.
Okay.
Perfect. All right, Varys, you are first.
Okay.
Ah.
Either get our friend Noxious up first, or we should attack this thing.
I think we should bring this thing down as quickly as possible.
Okay. Let's.
What I say as quickly as I can. My shield.
alright. So you're. Oh god, you're like after these guys. So I'm assuming Ava's gonna bring up Nox. So I'm going to engage this.
No.
From right here.
Have I
I'm
ever?
gonna,
Yep.
I'm gonna go attack with main hand. And I'm
Why
gonna.
do you think I only keep one good berry for myself?
I can't sneak attack him, right? Oh, wait, he's at advantage, right? Being on the ground, or am I at an advantage? with him?
He's stood up.
Oh, he's stood up.
Now it's as normal.
Okay,
Yeah.
I
he's-
even told you guys to use good berries. You had all the information you needed.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna attack him.
Ooh, that is a hit. You strike the zombie ogre.
How unfortunate. Let me go ahead and knock that zombie ogre down 4 hit points.
Dude. Dude.
Alright, you give that thing a bit of a slice.
Okay, so the question is, all right, then after that I'm gonna disengage and then be in ready position
Okay.
here by Noxious. You're gonna
Because you can use a bonus action to disengage now,
Yeah.
right?
right.
Perfect. All right, next up is Ivana.
So, can I get a bonus action?
To do what?
To feed a berry to Nox.
So, are you asking if you can feed Nox a berry as a bonus action?
Yeah.
No, that would be a regular action.
Okay. So I'm just gonna morph and then swipe. Morph, move, and swipe at it.
All right. You change into your wolf form, which I will add over here. And I'm just going to move regular... Oh, no, that's the wrong thing to move. Here we go. Now you're a wolf.
And you can move further than normal. Shadow Boy, Paris.
Oh, right.
Yeah. He's got the bonus.
Okay. Can you see your wolf and everything now?
You gotta toggle me into the wolf one. I just see Ava in a dark area.
You don't see both?
And it's not my contrast.
All right. Whatever. Here you go. Now you can see
Okay.
both.
Yeah,
The
cool.
character's just on the side.
Okay. So I'll just throw myself. Actually, I don't see my wolf.
You don't see the wolf in the middle of the screen?
I only see Ava.
Maybe something's
I
gone
see-
wrong. You want to refresh your page again? I think that's probably
Yeah,
what's
yeah,
causing
yeah.
the issues.
Okay. Coming back. Yeah, I see my wolf now. Okay.
There you go.
Wanna go? I'll go. This counts as 5 feet. Yeah, I'll go here. I'll go here. Okay. So I morph. It really doesn't like all my other spells. There's really not much to them. I'll like beef them up sometimes if I want to, but here being taken off guard, that's likely not gonna happen. Let me just grab my character sheet again, and then I bite away, and I don't get advantage on this since someone actually is beside me this time for once.
Right. I think a 7's a miss. Surprisingly.
Barely. You
So I need my
notice.
advantage.
You notice that this
Yeah.
ogre is very slow to move, and you nearly swiped it, but not quite. Nox, this is a good time to mention that we are now playing Meat Grinder mode in honor of Tomb of Annihilation's release. So you are making a death saving throw. A 15 and above is a success. A 14 and below is a fail. Do we have that set up yet, Koibu?
That is ready to go. I don't know if there's like a mechanic to set it up on roll 20.
You can roll inspiration if you want on this, just letting you know.
I'm allowed to use inspiration on the death,
You have to go
death
before
saving
the roll,
throw?
though.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Interesting. Then I'll do just that. Do I just roll a 20 in the chat?
Yep, just roll a 20 in the chat. You want a 15 or higher.
Oh,
No, it's a D before the 20.
Nice try,
D20,
Noxious.
not a flat
I just
20 nothing.
Oh yeah.
That might slide in a real life game, but not in this
Yeah,
I tried, guys.
tried.
They saw through it.
You didn't roll sliding. Oh.
There we go. So 12, and you've got inspiration, which gives you advantage. So roll another D20, and we'll take the higher of the two.
Oh.
Nope, you fail your first death saving throw. You are 2 failed saves away from dying,
Or a
or
critical
1
fail.
natural 1 away from dying, because 1 natural 1.
I'm doing just fine. It's fine. I'm okay.
All right, Wander, it's your turn.
I go ahead and I hop to the side of the wolf lady, pulling out my sword, slashing at the should be easy to hit ogre zombie.
10 is a hit.
Right. Oh.
Ooh, nice. Your sword cuts off a hunk of flesh from the ogre's arm that plops onto the ground unceremoniously. And these, like little things crawl out of it as it does so.
All right.
It seems displeased with you, Wander. It turns to you, raises its hand, and slams down its morning star at you.
Good thing the person standing next to me has sentinel as
And
well.
react. Yeah, I'm gonna obviously react. Why do you think is going through my mind right now?
Berries?
Sentinel?
That too. I'm like, is theirs gonna use a berry? You want me to
Is the
use it now?
18? Is that a hit? If my AC is 18, I'm sorry.
Yes. Equal to or greater is a hit.
Okay, I'm definitely rolling a lucky here.
All right.
So give me one more.
How unfortunate.
Rev, why don't you roll another attack there, monster?
Yeah, why don't you roll one more there, Trump? Why don't you roll me a good 14?
I believe that you're supposed to roll the lucky.
Oh,
It's
that's
in your hands, Destiny.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and roll you a
That's-
10 there.
All right, that is a miss.
No. Plus his modifier is still a miss. Next up is Varys.
Go ahead and roll your sentinel
I'm
attack.
gonna
Oh, sentinel
Yeah.
attack.
I don't think a sentinel attack. Oh yeah, it makes a target.
Yeah,
other than-
sure.
yeah. Okay. 20's a hit. You bite the ogre.
Always?
Nope.
No,
Nope. The-
I always mess up the damage. I think I have to expand it to do the damage.
You simply
click the
click
bite
the
thing?
bite.
Click the bite.
Yeah, click the bite. Yeah.
Here you go.
All right. Also, I need to make some sort of check if I remember. Correct?
Oh yeah.
For prone,
The
yeah.
sentinel?
Yeah. For your
for bite.
pronus. Yes. What do I need to roll, Ivana?
You have to save against DC 13 strength, or is it 12 strength? 1 second. Yeah, DC 13 strength.
All right. The zombie is pretty strong. Let's see how it does. It saves and stands. Remains standing.
Okay.
Okay.
Next up is Varys, of course.
Okay, so if I give him a berry, does he become conscious and
He will be at 1 HP and he can work on his next round.
Okay.
Now my question is, how do you deliver a healing berry to a person that's unconscious? Like, you know, he has to ingest it somehow.
Mhm.
How do you give an unconscious person a healing berry?
I could chew it up myself and spit it in his mouth.
Is that your plan?
That's hot. Let's go with that.
Wait, let's think about this.
Quickly.
6 seconds.
I mash it up in my hand. I stick it in his mouth and I push it down his throat.
You like use your fingers to shove it down his throat?
Yes, except not far enough to make him gag, but as far as I can so that it'll naturally.
All right. The juices run down his throat. He ingests the thing, and he is back to 1 HP. Is that what healing good berries do? 1 HP?
Yeah, 1 HP.
Okay.
And you're also full.
I
like you had
snap
a full
back
meal.
with my eyes open, and I instantly bite at the fingers and in my mouth as I realize that somebody's trying to choke me to death.
It's my offhand. It's my left hand that I stuffed down his throat. By the way. Okay, so
Okay,
that's my.
does that hurt him bad enough that he can't use his daggers anymore? Do I maim him?
I guess you can use your reaction to make an attack against him if you'd like. Please give me a bite attack. It's going to be a D20 plus. It's going to be the equivalent of any of your regular weapon attacks.
I didn't realize the berries were that fast acting. I thought maybe they'd be like 5 seconds.
No, they're magic, man. Super.
They're magic berries, yeah. So
can't
light
even-
hammer, let's say.
Yeah, it's going to be a D. Oh my god, you've only have 9 strength. Okay, yeah, it's going to be a
Yeah,
D20
I'm a
plus
wimp.
1 to bite him.
I might break his teeth on my fingers.
Whoa!
Serious?
They're off your head.
Next time,
Do me 2d4 damage to him. Do me 2d4 damage.
next time, let's administer the berries at people's anal canals instead of like down the mouth.
I'll have the suppository next time.
Barris, take 4 damage as Nox bites your fingers.
Well, congratulations, Nox. You have earned yourself an inspiration point. At least.
I don't even think it uses
That's the spirit.
Oh my gosh! So is that my entire? That's my entire action. Just
Yep.
giving him the berry?
Yeah, that's an action.
Okay. I will again. I'll disengage again, and then just being ready.
Disengage from
Disengage from
Nox.
Nox.
Oh, what?
Nox taking opportunity bite.
My God! I mean, teammates attacking me now.
All right, Ivana, it's your turn.
Excellent
Bite
job
time.
biting the hand that feeds you, Nox.
Okay, I'll show you a real bite.
Ooh.
There we go.
Oh, once again,
Nice.
you
Nice.
sink your teeth into this creature, ripping out a large chunk of rotting flesh. And let me tell you, this zombie ogre, does not taste good. This is a foul-tasting beast. And you can feel like worms wiggling between your lips and your gums once you take a bite of this thing.
It tries to remain standing as you try to pull it down.
Okay, it resisted again.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
that's
stays standing.
I like growl and I spit out the worms with a slight hint of a Russian accent. My growls. I can't do it.
Did you just say growl with a Russian?
Roar.
Yeah, like that. Oh my god, yes.
All right. Nox, it's It's your turn.
All right. So I'm back. I'm back, guys. Don't worry. I'm gonna take care of this ogre. He caught me unawares last time. I've got a vial of acid that I can throw at him. And I think it damages bone, right? So it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, that'll totally work.
Okay.
So you hurl
Great.
your potion at him, and I think he's got to make a saving throw. Why don't you click that
It's a
acid potion?
DC 13.
Yeah,
Yes.
click the acid potion thing, and it'll pop up in chat.
It should have popped up, but it did not.
Have you selected your
It tells me there's a
character?
syntax error.
You gotta have your token selected.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, it's cool.
Here we go.
There you go. DC 13 dexterity save, or it takes 3 acid damage.
It does not dodge successfully, and it takes 3.
It takes 3.
All right.
Next up is Wander.
I take another slash at him. Sorry.
Yes.
Nice. Total hit. 11 points of damage. You have chopped off like the fingers on his left hand, the one that's not using the Morning Star. He's just got like the palm of his hand and his thumb left on that side.
I did not like that. It was about to attack the wolf, but it changed its mind. It raises its Morning Star against you yet again, Wander, and attacks. Unfortunately missing.
When I use Sentinel for my reactions, can I interrupt the monster's attack and attack first?
So it's a reaction to the thing. So the
Okay.
monster gets its attack and then you get yours. You get yours.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna attack now.
Okay. Make me roll a hit. 12 is enough to do it. Once again, you bite into the rotting flesh of this ogre. This is the third time you've bitten this guy, and
man.
you just keep like eating this disgusting flesh. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
And the ogre, let's see, that does not make its check. It is now prone.
All right, you pass your con saving throw. No big deal. You're fine. But the ogre is knocked down.
Prone means that all of your attacks now gain advantage against this until its next turn.
That's right. Unfortunately, it's the ogre's turn right now.
Oh no, it just attacked Wander.
Yeah, it just he.
Oh, right. The ogre just attacked?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
And that was
Missed.
our
And failed miserably.
Right. And that's how the counterattack happened, of course. Varys, it's your turn.
All right, it's time to get on this guy on the ground here. So I'm gonna sneak attack on the side of the wolf, and going with my main hand here.
17's a hit. Roll some damage. And roll some sneak attack damage, too.
Okay, sneak attack is that just an extra roll here?
I think it's an extra 2d6.
Yeah, I think so.
You can just roll 2d6 / R space. Yeah, there you go.
Wait.
17.
Is sneak attack 2d6 now? It's 1d6.
No, it's 1d6.
You're level... Oh, you're only level 2. I'm so sorry. It's just the 5, then.
Alright,
I thought
13.
you were level 3. Ivana.
Oh, and actually, I still can. I can swing with my offhand too, right?
Oh, yes, you can.
Yeah, let's go. Let's just go.
What about the
23 is a
fingers?
hit. Wreck 'em.
I can still wreck him with 3 fingers.
6 points of damage. All right.
Well, the
Ivana.
zombie, he's very close to death. I think the moaning would be a little bit more extreme at this point, Trump.
Longer.
How's he moaning though? Does he still have like the muscles required to do that?
It's magic.
I mean, he's a zombie.
Oh, I
It
see.
doesn't make sense.
It's magic moaning.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Noxious.
All right, I throw my. I'll try my alchemist fire again this time, but I'll try it on this area so it doesn't damage anyone else.
All right.
Is
Roll
this
some-
one also a duck save? Go ahead and roll the...
Well, it's giving me the same thing now, but this time I'm actually clicking the right stuff. So
Are you clicking on your token?
yes.
There we go.
Oh, never mind.
Alright, it fails its check.
And takes 2 points of burning damage.
I've officially dealt more damage to the ogre than I did to you, Chan Man.
Congratulations, man.
Wander, it's your turn.
Another swing.
Finish him.
No, I went before
Well,
Wander.
you've got this guy cornered, and you are beating him to death. 5 points of damage brings him almost to dead, but not quite. It is the ogre's turn.
It raises its morning star yet again.
I have my turn first.
No, you're after Varys.
She never went though.
Yeah,
she never got a
she
chance.
did. She bit again, and then she had to make the poison
Yes.
save.
That's
Wasn't
why.
Fight again the sentinel or no?
No, she made 2 attacks.
Okay,
did.
but so it went Destiny, me,
Yeah. I,
Ogre attacked Destiny. So I attacked before the Ogre last time.
Right, you
if
attacked
you look
the ogre during, and then you attacked the ogre on your turn again, I believe.
I attacked the Ogre before I attacked Destiny, no?
It did go Chris to Nox. Yeah, there was a
Yeah,
missing
it-
of
it-
Vana
the
here
orders-
somehow.
Yeah,
Really?
Different. Yeah.
Something happened, and Vana got missed. Vana, take your turn right now.
Oh.
Okay.
Catch, good catch.
While I'm like spitting out the
No.
worms from the last time, can I kind of like get a bit of like bile in my mouth so next time I go to bite it, there's at least those like digestive enzymes that would maybe protect me from like all the stuff I'm eating?
So you're going to force
Like
puke
vomit a
and then
bit
bite her?
in my mouth and then bite.
The GI
Watch
is
out.
just too strong.
Give
It's
me
too recent.
Voluntary bites.
Give me
Don't
a
damage
DC
yourself.
15 wisdom check to force yourself to puke.
Whoops. Ignore it. I was just trying to click.
What's up with vomit this episode?
You can do it. There you go. You force a puke without using any pause, and you got like some bile in your teeth, and now you can go ahead and bite the ogre, which is a hit, and 12 damage brings
Here goes down, man.
down.
Or does it? Let's see.
What? What do you mean, or does it?
One moment. So let's see.
It splits
The
into
ogre
17
his twin
numbers.
brother Joseph.
had a hit
By
point
killing
of
the
that
you
much.
triggered this.
So I am rolling
It splits
a
into
con check.
17 ogres.
Wow, we're so done for attacking the
see.
bad guy. How could we not see this coming?
All right, you bite into it. You rip off its arm. It looks like you tear down and gash straight down its middle. But despite all that, it stays up. It is at its bare minimum of health now, as it takes one final action, probably.
Does it like explode on us?
No, it's just still
Just
alive.
relentless.
It's hanging on for. Maybe it's because it's undead that it has this kind of trait. Who knows?
I think it failed its save. It needed
Really?
to make a 17. It's 5 plus the damage rolled.
Let's see,
Welcome
must
to
make
meat
a-
grinder
with a
mode, guys.
easy-
The rules are super hard.
Oh, I thought. Sorry, I thought it was the
Not even Trump can
remaining.
save himself.
I thought it was the
man.
remaining health total. No, you were
Man.
right.
Yeah, it's the damage taken, unfortunately.
Oh, how unfortunate.
I'm sorry,
a-
Trump.
No, what I meant to say, it's about to swing, but then it collapses.
The Morningstar falls on top of
Nice save.
destroys
Nice
it.
save.
Yeah.
You didn't save the ogre, but you saved my immersion. Good job.
And I think right after this battle is where we're going to take our next break, and we'll just have a long last section.
Okay.
Awesome.
Right. So
All
we'll
right.
see you on the other side of our break. Bye-bye.
I'm alive.
And we're back. Those heroes got some lucky shots off against the ogre, unfortunately.
Yes. Very unfortunate. You guys
Call
are
them lucky shots.
slightly wounded. Some of you were slightly wounded. What is your plan of action?
Guys,
What do we?
guys want to rest? Or no.
No.
Okay.
What do you? I don't think we can rest in here. I don't feel safe resting in here. We just got attacked by a giant ogre zombie. We don't know who else is in this cave. Resting here seems very scary, especially because we could be trapped if somebody comes to the entrance of this little cavern above us. Nox, you're a potions master, I guess. It's hard to tell based on what I've seen you throw at these guys so far. But do you have any kind of healing potion where you can kind of pick yourself up, or we can continue on, or?
I remind you that I gave you one, and I'd like to get it back so I can heal myself, and then I'll make you a new one.
So, yeah.
So I do that, and I heal myself for 1d8.
Whoa. How many
Okay.
The passive.
Must we negotiate this?
how many berries do we have again?
I've got 2 left.
Well, here's the thing. We have 9 left. But see, if we complete this quest, perhaps we will get unlimited good berries. And then when I cast good berries, I'll be able to cast, get 100 per day, 1,000 per day, unlimited per day. And then I just, keep rambling on about good berries.
He can't create a potion. Wait, so if he drinks my potion, he can create another one instantly, or?
Yes, it's not. There's no downtime. It's just that I have to take yours before I make mine for myself.
Okay,
So we're
so
just
yeah,
exchanging
yeah, one-
potions.
Yeah. Okay. I'll hand it back to him. I'll hand it back to him so he can drink a potion.
I thank you bitterly. And I heal for 4, so now
4
I'm at
plus-
5
I think
HP.
It's plus your con
I-
modifier too, right?
Nope.
No, it's not that type of potion.
Are not. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're very volatile and they're pretty bad. But I give
Okay.
you another one right away.
Okay, thank you.
So I can't talk, so I'm still a wolf. So I'm actually just, off in my own head about good berries.
And he can't chug a bunch of potions, right?
Right. He gets 1 per day. Their
understand.
effectiveness is 1 per day per person.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
Do either of you guys see anything, Nox or?
Well, actually, one thing before we move on, can I tie a bell, a bell on a string to the ladder just in case?
Do you have a bell?
Yeah, I have a string and a bell.
Really? It's on
in
your
my
character
pack.
sheet?
Yeah, it's in my.
I'm
It's
gonna
in my.
double check this. if
It's
you
in my
don't mind.
burglar pack. I have a burglar pack, right? So.
Okay.
Yeah, you have
That's
a bell
cool.
and a string. Absolutely. Cool. So tell me what you're doing with this bell and string.
I'm putting it on the ladder, tying it to the ladder. So if somebody does come from behind us, we'll be alerted very quickly so that we can.
Describe this bell to me. Is it like a big cowbell bell, or is it like a little tiny silver
like a-
bell?
Actually,
Like a-
as I say this before he does it, is this ladder too large for us to just move?
You could take the ladder down.
Yeah, we could just take the
Oh,
ladder
could we?
down.
Oh, okay, we can
Yeah.
take the ladder down. Then I'd prefer doing that. Yeah, we should. Let's do that. We'll
Okay.
put the ladder on the ground.
Okay.
People I just don't want anybody coming from behind us.
Put it on the ground out of sight of the thing above too, right? So we'll bring the ladder a bit into the cave, maybe where Nox is now. And then, so I'm asking Nox and Varys, can we check this ogre body? Does he have any kind of weapons or armor digested inside of his rotting tummy or anything? Or
He's got this big ass morning star on one side of him that he was using to hit you guys with. And do you really want to start sorting through his guts to see if there's anything good in there?
I mean, we've got a ton of bones laying across this place. It's possible that this guy's killed a ton of people coming by, maybe those more equipped than us. So I think it would be worth it. It depends, I guess, on how large are these guts. Is it going to take me an hour to sort through this, or can we do this in maybe
No.
15
You can
minutes?
do it pretty quickly. I just want to know if you want to start digging into guts and pulling them out.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, sure. You start rummaging around in the innards here, creating all sorts of just nasty mess. Yeah, it's gross.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you for those sound effects. I appreciate that.
Oh, I thought that was being requested. I'm sorry.
No, it was great. It's perfect. It's perfect. And inside the ogre's guts, you find bits and pieces of other animals and other creatures, probably humans that have come down. I don't know. All sorts of things are inside of it, clearly. But you don't find anything that's remotely valuable. Actually,
Okay.
Let me take that back. Make me a perception check as you sort through these guts. Maybe that's a better way of dealing with this. You do find something of value. On one of the fingers inside of the guts here is a golden ring. It's a very simple band ring, just Looks like any sort of ring that someone might normally have.
Did you just take your wedding ring off?
That's what
Yes.
I was gonna
So
say.
a simple,
Can
ordinary
you
gold
do
ring.
that? Oh my god.
No.
I drop my wedding ring like 5 times a day.
Simple, but very meaningful. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Depending on the person, whatever.
So I guess I find a ring in the goblins or in the giant zombies stuff. I let everybody know. I'm just gonna pocket the ring, I guess, for now, and we'll figure out what to do with it later. I don't know if it's of value or not.
I suggest you use it to scout ahead. If you put it on, you might turn invisible.
I go ahead and toss the ring to Nox. If he wants to wear it, he can try it. I don't like messing with anything magical.
I put it on expecting to turn invisible.
If you're invisible, you can't even tell. You can still see yourself.
Well, he could ask us if he's invisible.
Might be some sort of super invisibility. Yeah.
Oh.
I was trying to.
So
Crap.
I'm a little paranoid about. Well, are we done rummaging through the
Well,
bodies?
what happens to Nox when he wears the ring?
Yeah. Okay.
He now has a ring on his hand, and it looks quite fetching.
He's invisible.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's awesome.
Well, it seems like nothing's happened with the ring. I'll hold on to that Nox if you don't mind till we get out of here.
Okay, well, I felt quite invisible, so that's fine.
Okay, so I take the ring and I just pocket the ring for now. Yeah, so if nobody else has anything to say, I guess Varys or Nox, do you guys see anything further down the tunnel? Can we continue moving on, or?
I don't see anything else, but I'm a little paranoid about undead. I don't know. This whole talk of undead, and I don't know, maybe these bones will come up. Should we smash these bones with this morning star and just make sure no skeletons? If they come up, they're going to be these. I don't even know if they can even assemble with like crushed bones or not.
Is the Morning Star, would it be a two-handed weapon for us, or?
Let's take a look at the ogre. I think it's a regular morning star, but I'm not positive. Let me double check the stat block.
Let's just make sure these guys don't come back up for whatever reason.
Let's see. Who the hell is zombie ogre?
If I ever wanted to prank you, Neil, I would take like all of your D&D reference books and take the cover off of all of them and then put them on like normal notebooks. And then when you like go to pull one out, you're like, what? There's nothing in here. You're just like,
Yes, that would be very tricky. Destroying my books for a prank.
no, I wouldn't. I just
Destroying my livelihood.
Haha, it's
I
only
think
been
it-
fun.
I think it is an oversized morning star because it does 2d8 damage. So it's probably like this big, like 15-pound morning
Yeah.
star, wildly unwieldy.
I'm not wielding it, yeah. Are we? What do you want to do, Varys? What's up? Was there a problem?
No, I just wanted to smash these bones just in case they, for some
Okay,
crazy undead spell, and decide these skeletons come up from behind us, and there's obviously then all of a sudden there's twice as many people we have to fight.
How many bones are there? How
Okay.
long would it take us to crush bones in here?
Can someone play fetch with me?
I just sprinkled them all with acid, and I solved the problem very
Okay,
easily.
that'd be good.
That just
Works.
solves the entire issue. I do, however, mention that it seems rather uncanny that she would offer us a reanimation potion that may turn us into some form of undead, and suddenly we end up in a cave with an undead troll.
Maybe. All right.
All right, let's move
I think we
forward.
should continue forward. Yeah. If you
Like,
don't see anything,
possibly.
I'm going to roll I'm going to roll that torch forward. So from where my character is, I'm going to roll it forward another 15 feet. Or
Yeah,
meters.
that's safe. That looks safe to me.
Okay.
What have I done? There you go. I think you should be able to control the.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, just hold Alt while you move it. Otherwise, it'll snap to the grid.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I move. I'm pretty much hugging the wall right now, moving along the left side.
Okay. Ava, are you with us? Oh, I see. Okay.
I'm just very big.
Okay, I can't. So I can see there's another room that's coming, or
So
there's a
you-
little curve in the hallway.
Yeah. So it looks like
a
you guys are you're going to move down the corridor.
Okay.
So we're going to actually jump over to a different screen here while you guys move down the corridor. Let me
Okay.
make sure it's all properly set up for you. I think we just need a wolf token. Okay, let's bring you guys over here. And you'll also need your torch. Let me get the torch from one scene and bring it to another.
Could I, since I'm a gigantic wolf, could I like wield the morning star in my mouth?
No.
Okay.
Playing Dark Souls 1.
I don't have to check it.
So you come down this hallway to the point where I think all of you can see that. Nope, not yet. Never mind. Shut up.
There's a wooden plank or something of the sort at the end. Something wooden at the end of this hallway. I don't know if you guys can see that or not.
Nope.
Nope.
So I'm assuming there's some kind of opening there. So we're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're talking about 35 feet in front of Ava.
Well, how do I not see it? I should be seeing it, right?
Nox, you have 60 feet of vision, right? So
Yeah,
what
dark
do you
vision.
There's
Eyeball, I don't know. I see nothing right now.
You don't see. Oh, that's because I've clicked on Varus. It's stupid. I don't know what's up with your tokens. Your tokens are cranky. They don't like to do the things that they're supposed to do. There you go.
Okay.
Is that better? Can you see now?
Yes, I see like a god in the dark. Perfect.
Perfect.
This looks like a rug or stairs.
So what you guys, so Nox and Varus, you guys probably shouldn't be standing on top of each other, but you can see it looks like boards going horizontally. It looks like some sort of wooden wall, maybe. They're not perfect boards. They don't seal up next to each other. Some of them are kind of broken and hanging slightly off. And there's a little bit of light, just little trickles of light creeping through the boards.
Okay, so I'm going to throw the torch 20 feet in front of me.
All right, chuck it.
All right, if I can put it right there.
Boom!
Okay, now you guys can see this, right?
A little bit. I see the board, sure.
Okay. All right, let's move up to it.
Okay.
All right, who's
yeah.
going first?
Wander, you want to go first?
Not really. I can't see anything ahead of here.
Well, I mean, this corridor is so thin. I think it's gonna be good in case like there are guys like with range weapons from.
Yeah, that would suck, wouldn't it?
So who's going first?
If you want, you can throw the torch further up. Maybe we can get some more vision. But I can't see anything in there. Do you want to roll the torch forward more?
Let me move a little closer to see if I can.
So at this range, Varus, you can definitely see that this looks like the back of some sort of structure. It's definitely not a wall that covers from side to side of the cave. It looks like someone has there's a tall and maybe 8 foot wide thing that someone has placed here, and you can see light coming in over the top of it, and there's the boards on the back are not very well intact, and you feel like if you got up close to it, you could probably peer through the boards to see something beyond.
Okay. All right, I'm going to throw the torch even further here.
Okay.
Or at least here.
Sure.
And then we'll move up. We'll just inch up here.
All right.
Clatter,
Just
clatter,
making sure
clatter,
there wasn't
clatter.
anything around the corner there, so.
The torch clatters over there, yeah?
I mean, it's wooden, so yeah, it hits and rolls a little bit. It's got a thunk to it, but it's not particularly loud. It's like if you toss a stick down a hallway, right?
Sure.
Okay, so I walk up to this wooden.
All right. This looks like the back of a bookcase. You can see through some of these boards that are kind of held in place. There are a couple of books on the other side and maybe some other things. It could be rearranged to allow you to peer through it.
Okay, so I kind of relay back to them, or actually, you guys can see it at this point, right? So
Yeah,
let me
do you want to... It looks like some sort of secret entrance into...
Yeah, exactly, a secret entrance.
Do you want to take a book off the bottom and try to peer through and see if you can see anything, hopefully without alerting anyone on the other side?
Yeah, let me do a perception check. I'll remove one book, look through it, and see if there's anybody in there or any sort of danger.
All right, so you're down at the base of this thing, and you can see through to the other side. I think from where you're standing right now, you can spot 2 goblins.
Yes, I can see. Okay, so there's 2 goblins. There's some sort of room or some sort of intersection here between I don't know, maybe 3 paths, and there are 2 goblins to almost directly in front of the center of this bookcase. So if we opened it, they would see. Okay, now I repositioned a little bit, and now I see that there is a table that's right in the middle of this room. That's almost directly in front of this bookcase that has 4, I believe they're goblins, and then there's like some kind of giant pig in the middle of the table that they're eating.
So we see 6 goblins here.
I see 4.
And
There's
4 at the table.
And this, you can also hear them chatting, Varys. Do you speak Goblin?
No, I do not.
All right. You have no idea what they're saying, but they are jabbering at one another. Arky barky, barky bark.
Can I do hearing and smell or perception? Like at the same time, or do I have to do separate ones?
Yeah, I mean, you can just do a perception check to see what you pick up in the area. That's fine.
Okay. Is Orc close to Goblin?
No, I think, well, in 5e, I think Orc and Goblin are distinct language chains. I think they are completely separate. We don't have like a full graph of how languages interact with each other, but I'm pretty sure Orc and Goblin are separate.
I think
Okay.
I think I know Orc and Goblin, don't I?
Do you know
It's not on my
Goblin?
character sheet right now though. Did this get changed?
Yes, you do know Goblin, Wander. You did
I
tell
do know
me
Goblin?
for a while.
I feel like I knew Orc too, but I don't remember what was listed on my sheet since it's not here anymore.
Yeah.
I have keen hearing and smell, so I'm gonna get advantage on this. Thank God.
Proficiencies, here we go. Simple version. You
Oh, yeah,
did
so I
have
do
common
know-
Oh,
Orc
wait.
and Goblin. Cool.
Yeah.
I rolled the wrong.
Switch it over to the other one then.
Okay.
We'll fix that. Common Orc and Goblin.
And I can take care of that later. Don't worry about it.
Cool.
Can you tell me that? Can I lean forward then and take a listen?
Yeah, if you're down here at the base of where these
walk up
folks
to
have
it.
been pulled, you can definitely take a listen. Caitlin, all you can smell or all you can focus on at this moment is the like taste of dead ogre in your mouth. It's disgusting.
But I have advantage. So I got the 23.
Oh, you have advantage because you're a direwolf?
Keen. Yeah.
Ah. So you can easily overhear the conversation as well. Do you speak Goblin?
No, just kobold and. Orc.
All right. So not much use for that, but good job.
But I can like localize like where everyone is. If there's anyone behind us, how many people are in front of us.
Sure. You definitely hear what sounds like 4 people talking on the other side. So, Wander, what you overhear is a particularly informative conversation. One of the goblins seems to be complaining about the recent ambush on his workers at the dragon crash site. And he's saying, "You fools! You underestimate these humans and elves. They may not be the smartest creatures, but they have the luck of the gods on their side. They ripped apart my minions even after they were lured into a foolish trap. We barely got away ourselves. It was only their infighting and squabbling that put them down. There were 4 of them. One crazy wolf woman. I can't quite tell whether she was human or a werewolf or somewhere in between." One of the other goblins nods and goes, "Yes. If she was a werewolf, she would be one of our people, I would expect. Could come from the other island." The first goblin replies, yes. Enough of that one. Then there was the foolhardy, shield-bearing one that stood up front. Most effective in combat, but maybe a little dense. Fell for the trap. Completely stupid. Then there was the completely useless one, all covered with soot and grease that kept throwing things that had no effect whatsoever. It was a bizarre creature to fight with. I really don't know how our kobolds lost them, but perhaps we should punish them. There were 2 survivors of the encounter, but when they came back to base, they got to play a good old game of on the meat bone.
Is it possible to perceive what they're drinking? Can I tell? Is it possible to tell if it's alcohol or not? Is that not really possible?
I don't know how you. Can you tell me how you would discern what someone's drinking from a distance?
So my work training tells me if their eyes are somewhat bloodshot and they're slurring their speech, that would mean that they are intoxicated. I don't know if that's possibly
Not
perceive any.
drunk.
Huh?
They're not drunk, that's for certain. They might be
probably-
having. If they're drinking alcohol, it's like a beer with dinner.
Okay. So leaning back to talk to my people. Seems like in a hushed voice, too quiet for them to hear at the table. Seems like they're pretty intimidated by us from our last attack. This bookshelf, how heavy does this look? Could we throw this to the side very quickly, or would it take some moving? Or
You can maybe try and jiggle it a little bit to get a feel for it, which you do. And yeah, you could easily just knock this whole thing over. It's not very heavy. It's definitely not laden with books all the way through.
Gotcha.
There's no chance they're grabbing drinks from this shelf, is there? Like, are they grabbing like bottles of anything they're drinking from
They
this?
haven't yet, but if you stick around, they might.
Okay.
So I propose an idea.
One other thing before the idea is that one other observation I made is one of them is blue.
Yeah, I see that the sorcerer or whatever is there.
Right.
I mean, we could start this off. We could just try to take them by surprise, come screaming through the bookshelf. They're already scared of us. Nox can throw a potion under that table. I don't know if it's alcohol, if it would be flammable, if that would help us at all, but maybe we take them by surprise and...
Yeah, the alchemical fire could hit all of them at once based on the way they're positioned. So I think that would be a very good idea, at least just storming in, and you can rush in melee range as soon as we get past the bookshelf. The problem really is moving that bookshelf, though.
Yeah, I think
so
we
we'll
can,
need to coordinate our assault.
Yeah, I think we can move this pretty easily.
So one other what are those red things? Can I make a perception check on what those red circular things are in the room?
Those are braziers. Those are like big brass stands filled with coal that have been set on fire.
Okay, so this is the light source in the room.
Yeah, those braziers are the light source.
Okay. So what I also see two. Ooh, actually, there might be more. It's hard to say. I was thinking about maybe if we could darken the room just so that, like even if the bookshelf did get crashing.
I don't think darkening the room would help much because me and Ava won't be able to see that well.
Yeah, that's true too.
I could lend you my goggles.
He won't wear your
No,
goggles.
that's okay. I think this is what I vote on. I think we should I think we should take the bookshelf down, charge him, toss a potion on the table, or an alchemist fire on the table, and then fight. That's what I vote for.
Hey, do you
I
guys
vote
hear
yay.
something over there?
This is what I vote for.
Okay, who do we focus first though if we do that?
The blue one. Anybody else have any objections? Are we all good?
All right, go before they move.
All right. I don't know how we do this. I push the bookshelf forward as hard as I can, screaming with my sword and shield drawn.
Are you in a position where you can give me your very best Wander war cry?
That's my best
There we
one.
go. You come bursting in on here with the war cry, knocking the table over, and we all roll for initiative.
All right.
Is it
let's-
reasonable as we took them by surprise coming through the bookshelf that I would be able to position back near the blue one, or would that be unreasonable? Would they be alerted in time?
So here's
Let's give them a surprise check to see if you guys get a surprise round on them.
Well, could I have readied the alchemist fire though? That's the question. Since I knew that I was gonna be throwing it, right?
Yeah, you can have a readied action to throw the alchemist fire as soon as the wall goes down. Definitely. Let's just see if there is a general surprise roll that can be made. What's the chance of being surprised in this? I'm going to give the goblins a 50-50 chance of being surprised, because this is coming through their back door, but they did just mention they thought they heard something from over there. So, Trump, you want to roll a D100 on a 50 or lower. The goblins are surprised.
All right. Perhaps accept the blue one since he was the one who mentioned it.
Sure,
Either
that makes
way.
sense.
Oh, lucky
31.
you.
So you guys do get this surprise round against everyone except for Booyah. Booyah. Booyah.
Booyah, yes.
Immersion shattering, but okay.
Through the conversation, you managed to pick out their names. They're Desney, Angri, Walloa, and Booyah.
That's right. So let's arrange this order. Angri's first, but he is surprised. Desney's next, but he's surprised. Wander, you rush in there.
Okay. I would be rushing to behind the blue guy, taking my sword out. The alchemist fire hasn't attacked here yet, or
No,
It should have already landed, I think, but sure.
I think this whole surprise round is like wander,
Okay,
kicking
sure.
the table and busting it.
Okay, gotcha.
Not just
Perfect.
throwing it. Like the surprise round is where your actions are happening.
Okay. I go ahead and take a slash at Booyah.
God.
Oh.
The crit here, and then for the crit
Oh.
damage, I just click the silver longsword.
Yep, and it should give you crit damage and everything.
Oof.
There you
Nice.
go. That's a crap ton of damage to Booyah.
However, as you swing at Booyog, Booyog is prepared for this. He is going to cleverly use, let's see, how do I press this? Do I just click this button? Is that, oh, I see, I need to, wait, what if I, oh, there we go. Booyog
Redirected. No.
goes ahead and shifts really quickly with Angry. Angry moves to protect him. Booyog is kind of moving the other way as well. And you hit Angry instead of that attack.
What is this something that would proc every single attack, or do I not know that?
You have no idea.
I have no idea. Okay, that's fine. I understand. So,
All right.
wait, show me my 15 on this guy. What does it look like?
That's a good point. Roll some damage, or
Yeah, I
roll,
wanna see this.
remove the
There it
HP.
is.
There it is. I'm going to after that. He kind of hoodwinked me there. I take back to do a second slash at the same person. I want to use my action surge here for a second attack.
Ooh,
At
okay.
Booyog again?
No. At the
the same one,
guy
got
or
it.
whatever. 18.
Oh.
Eighteen's a
12
hit.
damage.
Nice.
I take this guy's head clean off his shoulders, rolling in front of his horrified comrades.
Unbelievable.
Comrades.
Unbelievable. Caitlin.
All right, I leap over the table. So that I saw my mouth get moved so many times. I leap over the table, but I do a 180 in the air. I can get right behind Booyog, and like my jaws are gnashing together, and it looks like I'm rabid, but it's just because there's still that like bile in my teeth. I'm not really, not yet. There's everything's like dripping from my teeth and everything, and I go for the bite.
Oh.
Bite him. 17 is a hit. You bite him for 9.
Oh my gosh.
That's like bile move too.
Oh yeah.
What do you have on your turn? Anything else?
That's it.
That's it. All right.
All I need.
Darius, buddy.
Okay, I move into position near Ava, in hopes of.
Oh yeah, you might go prone.
You might.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
do you want prone or not?
Oh,
Is he?
Oh, it's strength, right? Strength.
Do we need to set?
He is good.
That
Okay.
second roll. Oof.
Okay, as I'm walking towards getting into position for a sneak attack, I look at the pig with the apple in its mouth and it looks very tasty. But then decide, okay, I need to finish this blue goblin, so I sneak attack him with my main attack.
No! No!
Goodness. Oh.
Oh,
Is that enough?
Oh, wait,
Wow.
you also do an extra D6, don't you?
Oh,
Your
yes, I
sneak
do.
attack is those adjacent
Yes, I
people?
do.
Thanks for
I have
this
10
meal.
points of damage.
Oh,
No, I'm sorry, 8 points of damage.
Oh
Rings.
my gosh.
Does that kill him?
Booyog
Does that kill
down. He's dead.
okay.
Oh, God.
All right, I disengage behind Wander here,
Okay.
and in ready position or ready stance.
Hold a
Wall-
moment. So, Booyog here is going to roll a death saving throw.
Oh, good call.
Oh.
He could roll a natural 20.
Oh my gosh!
He's up! He's up at 1 HP! Booyah is here!
Wait,
That's
so
What I
so
like
if I
to
didn't
see.
disengage, if he rolled that before I disengaged, can I attack him again with my?
No. He does that on his turn.
Oh, yeah, he does that on his turn.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, where is he?
Oh my gosh.
We got to bring him back onto the lair because we
Oh
removed
my
him because he was
God.
dead. Here he is.
Okay.
He's not 1 hit point.
Well, that was pretty sneaky, it says in Goblin. Now taste my fire! As he casts burning hands on you guys. Let's see.
Can you
Is there a
respond to
sentinel
magic
attack?
attacks with a sentinel?
Yeah, is there a sentinel attack there?
And also, it just says attack. And because this takes a while to charge up, could I not use Sentinel to like intercept it as my reaction? Because I see him doing like
No.
Burning Hands has
ranged
a
Okay.
verbal component to it.
Sentinel
attack of
only works after someone makes an attack.
Is the saving
Right.
throw not the entire turn? Do they get a turn after they? You
Yes,
get
if they pass the saving throw, they get to
right.
their feet
Yeah, they
and
get to
act.
go.
Okay.
Yep.
When a
Alright.
creature within makes attack against target on you, you can make your. So it makes an attack. Burning Hands is not so much of an attack because it doesn't require a roll to hit.
But-
It requires a saving throw instead. So it's not.
What's
an
going on
attack.
with my potion?
What potion?
Did
Oh,
I
you-
not
you
have
said
the
that you're-
surprise round?
Yeah, you are the very last person on the surprise round.
Yes, and
Booyah
Booyah is in the
wasn't
surprise
surprised by
round
it,
as
so you're just last.
Okay.
unfortunately.
well. Alright.
Okay.
Well, you guys got lucky once. Here, I'll take the luck this time. Whoosh! A flame of fire engulfs the three of you. You're going to roll a DC 12 dex save to take half of that.
How do we
DC
roll
12?
this?
Roll a dexterity saving throw. It's on your character sheet, just to the right of like your strength and dex. Caitlin passes. Destiny passes. Stephen
It's just a
passes.
dex?
And
Oh,
Barry,
no.
all pass.
Good try, Booyah.
7 points of fire damage from Booyah.
We all take 7 points.
You all
Only
take 7
7.
points, please.
Okay.
Wolf does a flip. I do a backflip too.
Varys and
I
Caitlin,
wonder,
please
yes.
mark off your HP.
Crazy. How much off? It's a 7 off of
7,
it?
Yeah, minus
'cause you
7.
passed.
I'm down to 6.
Just as a quick thing, I can't see Nox's or Ava's HP bar. I don't know if that's intentional or not.
Good thing to bring up. We'll figure that out later because they should be showing.
Okay, that's fine. Oh, I see Caitlin's now.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
yeah.
see both. I see both of them.
Cool.
Okay.
That's Booyog's turn. Wall is still surprised. Nox, your readied potion. I think you might have like fumbled it and almost dropped it, but you've recovered it now because you're last. And you hurl it. Who's your target? And what are you throwing?
I'm throwing an alchemist fire right in the middle of the table
Nice.
to hit the 4 squares and blow up the pig.
No, not
Sorry
that
for the
pig!
food, but
No! That was
I hope that doesn't anger them.
All right. Roll. Give me your damage. Roll your alchemist fire.
Alright, I'm rolling
Yeah,
dex saves
trying.
for the 4 of them. In the meantime.
Goblins. Uh-oh, not so great.
Did it do that again? It
You
just
gotta
keeps
click on the
doing
token again. Your
I
token
did
has
it.
to be highlighted.
that. I did it. It's still highlighted.
And the button's still not working?
Yeah.
What the heck?
So I'm really taking my time with this potion.
Yeah, what happened? This was working in the earlier battle, right?
Yeah, it ended
Yeah.
up just it stopped.
There it goes.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Suddenly.
Huh.
Okay, it looks like Waloa was not fast enough and takes 3 points. Fortunately,
Yeah.
Booyog managed to dodge it. Angry on the floor there takes a death fail for your damage while she was down. And Desney has managed to dexterously step away.
Okay. And now we come to Angry, who makes a death saving throw.
Alright, come on, 20? 10,
No,
that is a
not
fail, as the monsters are also suffering from the effects of meat grinder mode.
All right. Desney, you finally get your wits about you. What are you going to do, Desney?
Remember what we talked about, says Desney, as she goes ahead and steps over behind Varys and swings her spear at you. Well, pokes you with a
Well-
spear, rather.
I'm in ready stance, right? Yeah, can I?
I don't
You
think you
can't.
can attack
Yeah.
and ready.
I can't.
You do not get to attack and ready in action, correct. It takes an action to ready in action.
Okay.
16.
Desney, did you incur attacks of opportunity from Wander as you walked past him?
No, she walked off to the side here. 5, 10,
okay,
15,
good.
20, 25, 30.
Good, good.
Okay.
Actually, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, correction.
There
yep.
you go. Cool. 16 against, was that Varys?
Varys, yes.
That's a hit. Roll me some damage.
Oh, no damage. My turn.
Alright, looks like I'll manually roll that one. It is... checking. Fighter.
It should be a d20 plus 4 to hit.
1d6
And-
plus 2.
Yes. Oh, right, because we're doing the damage. d6 plus 2.
6 damage.
Oh.
Is that enough?
Oh, I'm down to 1.
Oh, well.
Ooh.
She decides to take her action surge right now.
Jesus.
And makes another stab at you, seeing that you're not down yet.
I don't get an opportunity to attack with him stepping next to me, do I? When you change that?
No, only when you exit your threat range. would you
Both
get an
me and
opportunity to
Varys would have to be 5 feet away for me to right?
attack. Correct. 13 to hit.
Is a hit.
What?
13 I don't think is a hit on Varys, is it?
Yeah, on Varys, it's a hit. Varys has 13 AC according to his character sheet.
Varys.
I'm not sure if it's updated correctly. I'll check real
Yeah,
fast.
I don't know if 13 was.
No, 13 is not his AC. He has
That's not
16
right.
AC, I believe.
Oh, because you have stuff with
leather
leather armor.
Yeah.
Right. That character sheet update kind of ruined a few things here.
I don't think it messed anything else up though.
It did screw up a few armor things. There you go, 15 AC.
Is it 16 plus 3
think
for
it's-
studded? No, plus 2, I guess.
2 for studded, 3 for dex, 15
Oh,
AC.
okay.
13's a miss. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Next
Go
on
on.
the list is Wander.
All right, I'm going to take a swing at the blue sorcerer guy.
You can try.
I will try.
13 is a hit!
As you stab at him, he realizes how dangerous he is. In a position he is, Wallowa, take this from me. And they quickly switch positions.
The 13.
Wallowa dives across the table to take this one for Booyah.
Oh wait, do I have to
No,
re-roll
you-
like?
Your
Okay.
same attack just it targets this guy instead
I
and
see.
misses, hits his armor, doing no damage.
Wait, what?
He's got 15 AC. You're 13 to hit, misses.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right, Caitlin, Wolfie.
I like reset. I like jump right back over to Booyog and attack him again.
All right, that will provoke an attack of opportunity from Wallowa.
Are you sure you can't like jump over them?
If you
Oh.
jump over them, that definitely provokes an attack of opportunity. But you could do that
Right, you can do that.
and be just adjacent to both of them.
Wow, thanks, Neil.
Yeah, but then he's kind of behind a table, so he'll probably have a little bit of cover if you're attacking him this way.
Through a melee?
But you won't. Yeah, because he's like half behind the table, so you can only target the upper half of him. You can't make strikes at his legs, you know? It cuts
I
out
see.
half the viable.
I like tower over the table though, so I don't know if it matters as
But you're
much.
still like, you know,
He's
he's
on
half,
high
he's half the person, so there's half the target available. So you
Okay.
still have, you know, he's at cover.
So
Okay.
should I still roll normally or no?
Yeah, you roll normally. It just improves his AC slightly, but
Oh,
it doesn't
no.
matter.
It doesn't
Doesn't
matter.
You're gonna rip him to shreds.
It doesn't freaking. It doesn't.
No. I don't think Booyah's got anything left in him. He's already used his reaction for the round. I think
Poor
Booyah
Booyah.
is
I
gonna
spit
rely.
I spit out all like the blue pieces of flesh in my mouth. They're probably like staining the bile in my mouth now. My tongue is maybe like a bit blue.
Mm-hmm. Ugh. Gross. Gross blue goblin. Varys, it's your turn.
All right. So he's not dead yet?
He's on the ground unconscious.
Yep. Dying.
Okay, so I'm gonna swing around here, so I'm at least next to Ava, and then I'm gonna sneak attack Wallowa.
All right. You take an attack of opportunity from Destiny as you move away from him.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh shoot.
Well, good luck.
Oh.
As you leave,
I
I'm your opponent, fool! As she stabs at you with a spear for a crit.
Oh, he
Okay.
crits you. She crits you.
So,
4.
am I still in front of him then? I'm still in front of him then, right?
Yeah, but you end up moving.
Let's see,
Okay.
So that's 2d. Oh, there you go. Thanks.
There you go.
Okay.
That is 13 points of damage, Varys.
Okay.
What does that bring you to?
Brings me to negative
0,
12.
basically.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
you do stay here then. Yeah. Sorry, I thought you had more HP than that.
Oh,
You're
no,
just
no.
at 0.
Okay.
And
Booyah
That's the
rolls
end
a
of your
death
turn.
saving throw.
Yep.
Yeah.
Booyah's death save.
20?
Oh, one fail for Booyah. Walloa? What are you doing, Walloa?
Walloa. Let's see. She's got a crossbow out. That's her default weapon. So she's gonna aim at the only one that's not in melee. So she turns and faces Professor Knox. And fires off a crossbow shot at her.
I am so ready. So what check do I have to make here?
It makes an attack at you, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. I see.
Oh wow, a crit. What do you know?
Oh my god, the crits today.
What do you know?
Can I inspire to do anything about this?
No.
You can
This is
inspire
all
your death
up on
saving
them.
throws.
Alright,
Okay.
a successful snipe.
14 points of damage, you fall unconscious. Professor Knox, it's your turn. Please make me a death saving throw.
Natural 20, guys. Here it comes.
Do it.
Can I inspire this? I can,
use
right?
your inspiration here if you want.
Yes, and I think you
Let's
got a
do
new
it.
one for biting Varys's fingers.
Yep.
Yes. It was worth it.
Or a 17's a pass.
Oh,
You
and
are
also-
not dead yet.
Also, by the way, let's see.
What?
I missed the finish of Aloa's action. She's not quite done yet. She's going to take her bonus action to disengage from the bunch of you and back off over here.
All right.
Can I? But I still have. Wait, let me check.
Sentinel allows you to make opportunity attacks against people even if they've disengaged. So, Wolf Friend, Sentinel for anyway.
Hey, what's up?
Stop.
So
You
do I
died
go
at-
back to 1 HP?
No.
You have to make 2 more.
Okay. Successes? Okay, I see.
11 piercing damage.
Oof.
How does Walala fare as she runs away?
She thinks I should have disengaged first as she takes the
Damn.
damage and falls over.
Unconscious?
Yes, unconscious.
All right, then she's unconscious right here. Professor Knox has passed his first death save. Angry, it's your turn to make another death saving throw.
Alright. Come on. Oh.
That is, I think, the third fail for Angry. 1 from the fire and 2 failed
That's correct.
ones. Angry is dead. Desney, however, reckon things. You got a Wander in front of you. You've got a badly wounded Varys on the ground. What are you gonna do?
Alright, she turns to Wander and will attack you with her spear.
18 AC. Roll to hit. Ooh.
Oh.
Not even close.
I mean, like, kind of close.
It's kind of close. Anything else, Desney? Destiny?
No, that's it.
All right. Wander.
This is the only standing dude, right?
Yep.
Okay. I guess I take a swing at him with my sword.
19 will do it, I believe. Yep.
Yes.
For 6 points of damage.
Hmm.
And then unless you have a movement or a bonus action, Caitlin's up.
Yep.
Only then? Alright. She's down there. I want to leave, like, literally, like, right on top of her. I want my jaws, like, come down around her head.
Oh, you leap to bite her, but she ducks out of the way just in time, and you end up south of her, but not wounding her. Varys.
I want, like, as I jump over her, then some of my, like, bile and saliva, like, drop down onto her head.
Oh yeah, there's like big gobs of
Yeah.
coming down her face.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah.
I can do an inspiration on my death saves.
Yep.
One of them. Okay. So
Where's that 20 at?
3 is a fail and a second one. 8 is a
yes.
You have 1 failure now, Varys.
Okay.
Alright.
Next up is Booyog.
Come on. Oh, fail.
Not quite.
It's 2 fails for Booyog.
Walloa. First death saving throw. Natural 20. Ooh, no, pass.
Success.
And Professor Knox, death saving throw as well for you, my friend. You've got 1 pass so far. Hey, second pass.
So
Nice.
sick. I'm so alive right now.
Desney, you're getting surrounded. It doesn't look like you're going to be able to win this one. What are you going to do? Are you going to take one with you?
Wow.
Are you a cruel person? Or are you going to fight for your life?
All right, she takes a moment and answer now as she readies her spear. I save my people, she says in common. You save yours. Deal? You have 3 seconds to answer before she
I accept.
Okay.
I say deal.
She's readying her action to stab at the wolf? No, she's readying her action to run over to... She's readying an action. Let's see what you do, Wander.
Okay, I will feed a berry to Varus. I will open his mouth. I will crush the berry
Oh, anal canal.
between my hands, and I will open my hand and let it fall into his
Disney,
mouth.
as she sees what you're doing, Wander, goes ahead and runs over to Booyah. Would you like to do anything about that, Caitlin? Ivana?
Yeah, of course. I take my attack of opportunity.
Even though a truce was just brokered, you're going to break the truce right away.
What? Wander backstabbed me before. I get 1 free backstab.
All right, give us a roll to hit. 12 is not good enough. Unless you have advantage, you have pack tactics?
I feel like this pack tactics. Yeah. I guess Varus was right there. She was running away.
Yeah, she was right between. Well, she's right
There were
next to
3 of us.
Wander. You know.
Yeah, there was 3 of us.
Wait,
Yeah.
is Varus a she? Why do we keep saying she?
I don't know. It's a he.
Oh, okay, never mind. Sorry, I was just making sure I didn't miss it.
Desney is a she.
Oh my gosh.
Goblin's a she. So that is a crit then, because you got pack tactics on.
Oh dear. As you rip into her back as she's running to Booyah, she screams, "Of course, you have no honor!" As she collapses onto the floor.
All right.
I don't even feel slightly bad for this.
All
In
right.
fact, I kind of go overboard. I start like ripping into her, and I don't stop until I've ripped like straight through her, like from her spine, like through all the layers, and then there's just like a mess of.
Well, let's roll one last death saving throw for Booyah here.
No, wait,
Oh,
there's
that
a
is-
splash at the end of
Well,
it.
am I back up now with the berry or not?
Yeah, if I do, you
Yeah,
should
you're
get
at
1 HP.
1.
Okay. So
That's
I
no
can...
good. Or that
Now
is
the
a
only
save.
thing is that Professor Knox needs to make a saving throw because Wander's healing Varus. The wolf. The wolf is busy ripping into a goblin. No one's tending to Knox, unsurprisingly, after you hit the last person who healed them.
Before Nox hates me, I literally can't like give you a berry in wolf form. I would have had to like unwolf.
What?
So Knox, give us another death saving throw, please.
So I failed 1 and I succeeded, or did I succeed at 2?
Succeeded too.
I seem to recall you succeeding at 2.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. So I have no failures on my record right now.
Right. So that's your first failure right there. So let's just keep going, sort of in round order here.
Alright, Hungry is permanently dead, but Desney will roll a death saving throw to see if she gets her revenge from beyond the grave.
Not this time around. So Wander, you've just fed Varus this healing thing. Varus is alive again, coming back to his feet, maybe a little groggy. What are you doing?
Nox looks like he's okay, but it looks like he'll pick himself up. He's a strong dude. I'm gonna bury my sword into Desney's skull.
All right. Excellent.
Wow, that went south.
All right. I think Caitlin's like ripping at the back of Desney as you come up and drive your sword into it, putting that goblin down to rest. Caitlin, are you still ripping apart the body after 6 seconds? Do you take more than 6 seconds to rip it to shreds?
Yeah, well, no, it doesn't take me more than 6 seconds to do it. I'm just like playing in the remains now. Like, you know how dogs do that little dance, that like pitter patter thing? I'm kind of like doing that while I rip apart the ripped apart shreds. And I used to have like blood like all up my muzzle.
All right. Booyog, death save?
Wait, did it
Did
just
we-
skip me?
Do
I think
the
it's-
Oh, I think we did just skip you, Varus. I'm so sorry. What are you doing, Varus?
I'm not gonna take any chances. I'm gonna give my good friend Nox a berry.
Wait, you're not taking
Yeah,
chances,
good.
so you're giving him a berry, or you're taking chances, so you're giving him a
Oh,
berry?
wait. There's nobody up, right, at this point? Or
It's just
throws.
monsters.
nobody up.
Oh, okay. Uh-oh. The fact that you're asking that. All right, I'm
By the
gonna
way, put an
go.
X on Desney, but remove the X from Booyah and Walloa. They're not quite dead
Okay.
yet.
Sure,
Okay,
sure.
I'm gonna go up and up
Who
to
rolled
Nox.
the 1 on the saving throw? Isn't that an insta death?
That was a bad
was
roll.
a-
It didn't quite work. It
Right,
would be
it's a
cool to have,
15.
like the ones below it otherwise.
Okay, I'm gonna go up there and give him a berry again.
All right.
And this time, I'm smashing it in my hand, open his mouth, use the butt of my short sword, and shove it down his throat.
All
So I
right,
can't be
Nox.
bitten this.
I
Your
violently.
friends must love you.
Yes, they do, but we're not done here.
Oh, God.
Oh, what?
The pummel of the short sword is in my mouth, right? As this is happening. So if I violently jerk upwards, does it potentially do something bad?
Make me a Constitution saving throw. We'll just see what happens.
Okay.
Come on, this is
We'll just see what happens.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so you end up getting the sword like lodged partly in your throat, but you react in time to like jerk your head back down, smacking your head on the floor below you and knocking yourself unconscious but alive.
Good.
Why don't
We're
you
fine.
guys do it the easy way?
Good news, Nox, you get an inspiration for that.
So here you are, out of combat. The goblins around you, I think, are all dead. Trump, I don't know if you want to roll more saves for
One
them.
final one for Booyah. Oh, he's at 2. And one final one for Walloa. Nope.
Hey!
They're still not quite dead, but they're bleeding out.
Yeah, there's still like dying goblins all around you on the ground. Do you guys? What do the players do now that these goblins are dying?
Well, we need to cut off Booyag's head.
Yeah, I'm
Maybe
just.
we don't
Oh,
need
right,
to do
that's
that.
true.
Any turn that I have, if we're still in turn mode, is going to be dismembering the.
We can safely say that the goblins are all murdered. While you guys have enough actions to put them down.
Are we sure none of them get back up after being undead or anything? Do we need to roll this, Chump?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
So, you've
Out of combat mode then?
defeated all the goblins. What are you gonna do now?
I want to loot this table over here. I'm curious what's
Yeah,
inside.
exactly.
Yeah, the table that you're standing at now has some bread. It's got some beer. It's got like a big jug of something. You'd have to pour some out to really see what it is.
Can I walk over and kind of drag Nox by the collar to the table and then kind of
Yes.
like lean him up there and
Yes.
maybe ask him if he wants a drink because I'm curious what it is.
He's currently unconscious. He is on the ground.
Good idea.
Um,
Good idea.
So if I pour a cup of this and pour it into his mouth, can we monitor his pulse to see if it kills him or
Sure.
anything?
Yeah,
Or-
totally.
Is
You
anybody
pour this
here opposed? Well,
You want like a blood pressure cuff?
what?
Like, you know those cuffs for taking blood pressure?
Yeah, but I don't think we have that technology
of
with
course.
us.
You get an MRI in here? Someone wheel in an MRI?
Okay.
Medicine.
So I'm kind of curious if the contents of this are damaging to the human body. So while kind of watching him to check his pulse and whatnot, I pour a little bit out into his mouth and
Yeah, this purplish fluid dribbles into his mouth and it kind of just runs down his throat. And you monitor his body, and he seems okay. He seems fine, and actually, he's starting to come around now. After like a minute or two, he starts to come around.
Are Keen's senses strong enough to smell magic?
No, nothing is strong enough to smell magic other than like a detect magic spell.
okay. I guess I'll pack this up and take it with then.
Sure.
And then is there anything else of interest or of value in the table?
No, it's just bread and beer.
Okay. If no one else is doing anything, what's the stuff to the north of us?
Yeah, there's some.
Walk around.
Okay.
Well, should we heal up a bit? If we, where are we with heal potion? Nox's heal potion.
Oh, sure, I'll drink mine. What is it, 1d8?
1d8, yeah.
I love you, bro.
And if you all want one, you have to just roll it. If you all want a potion, just assume I'm giving you one, but then you
Okay,
can't take another one until we rest for very long.
Alright, I need to.
You can all heal for 1d8. I'm stuck at like 1 HP from just recovering, I guess.
And I can't carry anything on my wolf body?
All right, so I get 5
No,
more.
you would need like there's someone would need to give you some saddlebags or something.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
can't just carry things on your wolf.
Can you get berries again, Ava, or no?
If I went back to human form, I could cast it again, but that'd be my last spell.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not worth it then.
So, Wander, next to you is a large pile of coal. Just a big pile of coal on the ground.
Does coal have value in this world? Is it worth bagging some of this to take back, or is this
No, I mean, you get lumps of coal from Santa when you're a bad kid. It's not very valuable. It's the amount you'd have to carry to be worth something that would be obscene.
Was there anything? Can we loot the goblin bodies to see what kind of weaponry they were carrying? If anything, there is of value.
So Desney was carrying a spear and a shield. Angri was carrying a nice two-handed axe. Booyag had a light crossbow and a pair of short swords. And Walawa had... No, wait, I think I got this wrong. Walawa had the crossbow and the short swords. Booyag had maybe a staff.
I like lower my head to the ground. I start sniffing the ground, and I come up to the coal, and then I just kind of like push my head and like the front of my body into it. Like the whole front of me is black, like I'm some kind of shadow wolf.
Ooh, you just cover yourself in coal dust, like in the front. Yeah. How deep does it go? Is it just the head, or is it like down the back?
It's at least like past my front like my front legs.
Nice. Okay. Cool. I should also mention the goblins have armor on, but it's like gross armor dripping with goblin blood, which you know from experience is a smell that's really hard to get out of fabrics. You know, it's unpleasant. You could strip the armor if you really wanted and take it back to town and clean it up and maybe sell it for something. But then you'd have to be like cleaning goblin blood out of armor, and I don't know if that's your jam or not.
Is it scale mail?
Let's see. Trump, you want to tell me what they have for armor?
Sure. 2 of them are wearing studded leather armor. 2 of them are not wearing armor.
There you go.
Okay, I don't need that.
And then what's this stuff over here next to me now?
Those are crystals. They look like natural formations of this area. Some of them have been broken. Others are just hanging out and growing. They just seem to be coming out of the walls and out of the ground and out of the ceiling.
Can we break off some chunks of this to carry back with us?
Sure, totally.
Are there any signs of people mining this at all?
There's signs of damage to it, but it doesn't necessarily look like mining damage. It looks more just like pure vandalism. Just put however many pounds of crystal on your character sheet that you'd like.
How many pounds of it?
How many pounds of it? Because you can basically break off more than you can carry. So
Sure.
Well,
load up until you're satisfied.
I'd like to chop off a goblin's leg to bring it over to Hagatha as a thank you, or at least a gesture of,
Yeah.
I don't know, camaraderie.
Sure.
So I'll throw some rations on the ground.
Now. Okay.
Awesome. Goblin leg. Here we go.
Is there Varys? I see. It seems like it curves around a little bit. I don't know what's past this.
Yeah, let me
Be very careful though, like sneak or whatever, because we are in a fortress where there are a ton of goblins on the outside. We don't want to alert anybody else here.
Yeah, let me sneak at least up to this wall right here. And then see, because it seems to go left and right. So we'll need to decide. Okay, so to the right, can you see anything wander from there? Or you like literally see nothing to
I
your
can't see
right?
anything. Nope,
Okay.
I'm completely relying on you.
To the right, I see these circular eggs.
Those are mushrooms.
Oh, mushrooms,
Big
okay.
mushrooms.
Big mushrooms, and then at the about let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 40 feet in front of you to the right, Wanderer, there's barrels at the end of that. So there's mushrooms between you and the barrels. So if I go a little bit closer, yeah. So there's a clump of mushrooms there, and then we have the torch. Let's go grab the torch. Maybe you guys can.
I have my night goggles. Can I identify those from afar with the nature check?
I'm gonna go get the torch.
The barrels or the mushrooms?
The mushrooms.
They're big cave mushrooms that you don't even understand how they could be growing here. Right? Like, don't mushrooms need
Okay.
light? How the hell are they growing in this dark area? What the hell's... I don't know. These are big, weird mushrooms. Maybe give me a nature check to see if you can get something more than that? No, not even with a 16 can you identify anything more than, like, strange cave mushrooms.
Okay, well, there's barrels in the back, and there's. Do we need anything with these mushrooms? Does anybody?
Yeah, let's go back and check it out.
Okay, let's move up then.
Could be the barrels contain ale that are actually made out of the mushrooms. That's been done.
Can you see that, Wander?
I can't see now.
To the south, below you, there's a pot. You can just barely see in the odd light, and from that region emits a terrible smell.
I look over to Nox. I can't identify any of this. It would be on you to do it. I don't know.
I get close to the pot and I again use another
It's like
check.
a goblin latrine. It's literally just a bucket that they shit in.
I smile and I say, "This is just shit, ladies and gents." And I just turn around.
There's a chest up to this. Is that a chest up to the north here? In the
Yes, it is.
Okay. I checked to see if it's locked.
It is locked. Yes, indeed.
Okay, so I picked the lock.
Ooh, give me a sleight of hands check. You got thief's tools, right?
Yes.
This sleight of hands check will take about 10 minutes to do. So go ahead and make me your check.
But if it's a mimic, we find out right away.
Right. Yeah. 13 is not enough. You know, this is a really tough lock. It's going to take you some time. You can make another check, but you're going to need to like give yourself an hour to work on it, sort of thing. Like you're going to need to take it home and sit down and like really calm yourself and work at it. It's not going to be easy.
Okay.
Could I use a tool of some sort to pry it open? Those goblins had like swords.
Anybody have a crowbar? Oh, I have a crowbar.
If you've got a crowbar, you might be able to break it.
All right.
But if you break it, then you might not. If there's something in there, the chest might not work to carry it. So if you want the chest intact and able to carry whatever's in it, you might not want to force it open. You could damage it.
We could just carry the chest back to camp then?
Yeah, the chest weighs about 50 pounds. You could probably carry it between the two of you.
Okay, I'm okay with that. These large, you said these are mushrooms, not eggs, right?
Right, mushrooms, big mushrooms.
Do we want to take one of these with us? Do you think
I
Nox
have
would
no
do
use
any
for
use for
Noxus.
these
It's
mushrooms?
really up to
I
Nox.
could probably do something with them, yes. I mean, I'll grab at least one of the larger ones. But I don't
these
think they weigh
mushrooms?
that much, right? Mushrooms tend to be rather light.
They're quite
So
light. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, I should be able to carry one all by myself. So I just put one in my bag and I'll add it to the inventory. And I promise to do some research that makes me maybe a little bit more likely to help
I would use
with these mushrooms.
senses on these mushrooms, but I want to like inhale them. Something crazy happens. Like, get high off these mushrooms.
You want to go start sniffing mushrooms?
No, I don't.
That's
what
a
I'm
great
saying.
idea.
So my like big, broad, like awesome shadowy wolf is just like leaping over this table, like back and forth, like so. Exactly, yeah. Hopefully we do get back to killing soon.
Have we inspected
There's
the barrels here?
There's like a roast pig on the table. Is that at all tempting for you in wolf form?
I thought we burned that already.
That's a little extra roasted pig on the table.
Okay.
I guess I kneel down to it, like get on all fours and kneel down to it, and I very carefully take the apple out of the pig's mouth and put it in my mouth, and I wait for someone in the party to like notice.
Nice. Girl. As I
Alright.
look over at her.
All right, what's in the barrels, Bear?
Yeah, what's in the barrels, sir?
There is alcohol. Those are ale barrels, and I think Varys, as you're taking a look at them, they look a lot like the ale barrels that you saw smashed up in that last goblin cave you were in. It looks like something from the same shipment, the same batch.
From Bob or whatever?
Yeah, from Bob.
Bob the brewer.
All right,
Okay.
I think we should carry the chest and get out of here.
Okay. So do you want to? Let me look to see if there's another part of this hallway, right? So does this continue on or not?
Oh, I can't see it all, so you'd have to.
I'm taking a look.
Wow.
So we don't have any more bosses to
Yeah,
kill.
this
Those
goes
other
on, guys. So I would wait on the chest to see if we can, check this out. So I'm
The
gonna
other
throw-
goblins they were with were all the other bosses as well.
I venture forward bravely.
So you guys start exploring the goblin cave.
Nox, wait.
I don't approve of this. I'm not going through. I'm staying back. We're in literally a goblin fortress,
Yes.
right? Unless you feel confident that you can peer ahead to see what's going to happen. If you get into any kind of trouble, I'm not going to be able to help you. That's a suicide mission.
So if we leave right now, we're not going to complete this mission, and we might not be able
What
to
do you
get down
mean?
here.
We had to kill 4 goblins.
Oh,
Did we kill them?
it's just those are the 4 heads.
Okay.
Those are the
Those
4.
are the 4 heads that we need. Then,
I
yeah.
listen to reason after all I've been through,
You're right.
and I step backwards.
Yeah, these were the 4 we needed to kill. We've killed them.
Okay.
She seems like she has some kind of connection with these guys, so she'll probably know we've killed them. We can just grab this chest, drop it off at camp, head back until we finish this, and get out of here.
All right. You guys easily go out the same way that you came in and find yourselves outside in the beautiful, brilliant sunshine. The chill of the Goblin Cave is immediately vanquished. And there's Hagatha. She's standing a little ways away, kind of crouched in a bush. And as you exit, she stands up and looks towards you with a broad grin. You said you cut off one of the goblin's heads?
Legs. I give her a leg. I say, you seem to appreciate legs, and it's very fleshy, so I thought of you.
How perceptive of you, my dear. Have I told you yet that you're my favorite?
I hang down my wolf head.
I stare. It's
Come
obvious.
along, boys and girls. We have an hour's journey to go. We don't want those goblins to find out what happened and come after us now, do we? Come along, children, come along. This way. Did the goblins give you much trouble?
None at all. I told you we were the best band of goblin slayers around here. You had best trust us.
Excellent. Well, good job. She takes you all the way back to her house where she sits you down. It's like 3 hours after you left the house, so it's almost noon. Sits you down and offers you some tea.
I take a whole lot of tea.
Nice cup. Oh, excellent. Drink up, my sweet. Drink up. Thank you, all of you, for dispatching these goblin bosses. I'm sure their clans will be scattered to the wind now. It'll just be a matter of Kraz to deal with, but that's another day.
Matter of what to deal with?
Oh, Kraz. He's the hobgoblin that these goblins used to answer to. But he's further to the southeast. He's not much of a problem for me right now. But if you keep doing what you're doing, I'm sure you'll run into him eventually.
Okay.
Excellent.
Let's talk reward here. What do we get?
Well, I told you I would open up all sorts of rituals for you. And I am definitely in your debt now. So you may come to me with any number of problems that I can solve for you. I will be able to sell you that life insurance we were talking about from my outside agenda, let's call it. I will reduce the price to the low price of 500 pieces of gold. And if that's too much for you, we do have the discount version for us wild ladies who have no use for money, where it would be simply an ingredient extraction from a location instead of the straight gold price. It'll take some time, but it'll save some money if you value those things. And as promised, this... I hate to use the term insurance, but it's the only one that comes to mind. It will... what's the best way of phrasing this? She hems and haws for a moment, like she's not sure if she wants to really tell you what's going on, and then settles on a description. Let's see. This will offer you a chance to return to the plane of the living. You won't have any of your memories, but destiny will bring you back once you die in the form of yet another person on the way here. It might be slightly uncomfortable as all of a sudden you're in some body you don't know, and the people around you might know who you are while you don't know quite who you are at that moment. But it'll work itself out. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Do we need to die to consume that?
Who does
like must we is it the soul swapping, or is that the reincarnation
no.
she's mentioning?
This is what we like to call the life insurance. The reincarnation is a whole nother ball game. If you bring a very freshly dead friend to me, as well as the body of a willing or not so willing recipient. We can do a quick soul swap and take as long as it's still fresh enough that the soul remains within the body, we can bring the soul from one to the soul from the other and just switch them. And your friend will be back, alive and well, with all of his memories intact. But sadly, with the body of whatever poor fool you bring me. So try not to bring me some, worthless corpse of a man with no battle prowess whatsoever. Try bringing something your friend would enjoy inhabiting.
I come out of my wolf form, and maybe I still have like a bit of like blood around my mouth, maybe like some coal here and there. So I like shake it off and everything. Okay, so we do the thing for you. Yes. Okay. So now can I? Yes. Thank you. Okay. Perhaps you are. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Okay. Perhaps you are not so tricksy as we perhaps thought. Anyways, so how many good berries can I cast now?
Are you asking Hagatha how many good berries you can cast?
Yes, I would like access to like more advanced skill where I cast more good berry.
Oh, I am not able to train you to cast more advanced good berries. I think that's a function of your experience with the spell itself. In fact, it seems to me, since I know quite a bit about all sorts of magic, that good berry does not advance ever. It is a flat spell that never changes, no matter your experience with it.
Are you serious right now, Hagatha?
What did you expect?
I don't know. You told us we do the thing. You give us like unlimited access to all of your spells.
You may come to me with problems and I may solve them for you. I have access to a long list of rituals. Let me write them down on paper and bring them to you.
Please do.
So you can view them as you please. She's going to make a list for you of various rituals that she will cast for you for free or for a reduced price. You can come to her with any problem that can be solved by one of these rituals, and she'll work it for you. I'll make up a list and send it to you in between sessions.
Awesome. Cheers. That's great.
Might actually let her into my head.
What?
Well, you know how she wanted to like offer therapy?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll take her up on that at some point.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And do come back. Hagatha has much work that needs doing and many things to offer you. Many, many things.
I turn to Wander.
Well, sorry, I interrupt Nox and I interrupt their conversation. I just because like we're still like on good terms now, I feel like so trusting of you out of nowhere, just because you didn't kill us or anything. It's very nice. So I don't feel bad saying this. The bodies behind your shack, what is with these? The bodies, the legs and everything.
Leftovers.
Yes, from
breakfast.
Yes, continue. I mean, I understand where you're going with this, just so that there is no like misunderstanding.
I think there's already a misunderstanding. I don't know how to be more clear. Those things are the remains of my meals. Much as you might throw out chicken bone, I throw out my bones.
And they're like human?
Oh, you would like to know the species of my meal? Would you care to join me? I have some delectable deliciousnesses on the table for tomorrow.
You could just give me like a list of races, classes maybe. I'm just curious,
She ponders you for a moment, and you hear a voice inside your head because she doesn't move and she doesn't speak, and no one else is aware of this voice inside of your head. But the voice in your head says, "Careful, girl. You might not wish to know."
Well, there's an awkward pause in real life.
Yeah,
so
during
I
this
turn to
awkward
Wander.
pause, actually, before I turn to speak, I produced the ring that I had in my pocket, and I asked if she has any idea what this was. We pulled it from a large ogre corpse.
You see, identify as one of those things I can do for you. If this is a magic ring, I am the one who can find it for you. Sure as shooting, she says with a grin on her face.
Okay, I mean, I hand her the ring if she requests it.
Yes. So she goes into her little hut. She motions for you all to come in and gives you all some extra tea, tops up all of your glasses, all your little wooden mugs, goes over to a table and kind of clears a space, starts to prepare it. She pulls out this cloth that's kind of clean while everything else in here is dirty,
Can
unravels
she
it.
read my thoughts at all?
I don't know. Can she?
Inside my
gotta be-
head. Okay, inside my head, I just say, screw this. I'm just gonna go look. Okay, be right back. Then I go to the woods talk.
Sure. She unfolds this cloth, puts a couple of weighted bags on the corners of it, lays the ring around it, on it, goes over and pulls some things out of a little cupboard, mashes something up in a little mortar and pestle, mixes it with a little bit of wine, drops in it like an owl feather or something, says some words, and the owl feather kind of disintegrates, and then she pours the concoction over the ring. And then you kind of see her entire posture drop a little bit. And she picks up the ring and looks back at you. Goes, no, this is an ordinary ring. Made of gold.
So I pull out the gem too that we kind of chiseled
I have
off.
one as well.
Yeah.
Me
So
and-
do you know anything about this crystal?
Quartz, a common crystal found all over the world. A hunk that size might fetch you a couple of pieces of gold if you're so interested. Or you could just give it to Hagatha as a gift of friendship.
I'll hang on to it in case.
Oh, of course.
What about
find
the gems we pulled from the excavation site yesterday? Didn't we pull 2?
Ooh.
Oh yeah, we did.
Let me see, she says greedily. Let me find my notes for the excavation site and we'll find out how much those gems are worth. Dragon site. They are each worth, each one of these would fetch a price. I presume you're back in Ruin, you're still using the old system for pricing gems. It should be equal to 1/5 of a pound of gold, or probably about 10 golden coins.
They don't have any other magical purpose. They're not used for anything. Nobody would.
No. I believe you pulled these from that dragon's corpse, yes? They must have been tucked in between its scales when it crashed and died. Dragons do love to sit in their treasure piles, and all sorts of goodies get stuck in their scales. You're a lucky one for finding these. Quite valuable indeed. If you wanted any pearls, Hagatha's always in the market for buying pearls. I'll pay an extra price.
I look around and say, "Where's Ava?"
Oh, the wolf girl? She's outside digging up my garden. Speaking of, you've gone outside and you're starting to look around to that wood pile that where Wander had said he found a leg, right? Is that what
Yeah.
you're looking for? The leg's not there anymore, but there's definitely like blood splatters on the wood pile and the side of the building and the ground down by it. As you look around, did you make a perception check? Make me a perception check.
I don't know if my wolf perception is different. I gotta go back into my.
Okay, you're a human now, right? So
Exactly. So I gotta
yeah.
test out Ava.
What about while we're inside, can she enchant weapons? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
So you are looking around, and sure enough, even as a human, you can pick up the smell of decay coming from one side of the garden, and kind of moving some earth aside next to this beautiful tomato plant. you find like the bony remains of a hand sticking kind of outward. Like there's still a little bit of flesh on the joints, some cartilage. Maybe make me a medicine check to see if you can identify from what race this hand comes.
Let me grab it. Back in wolf. One sec. Let me go back into my normal one. Some medicine.
Mm-hmm. That's not quite enough. It's definitely humanoid, something roughly human-sized, but you can't tell if it's human, elf, or goblin or something.
Can I use my like inspiration I never used to roll that again?
Nope. You could have used it before.
Well, I was gonna say.
No, too late.
Can I turn into a wolf and smell it? Because I want my wolf form.
No. It's gonna be. You can turn into a wolf, but it's just gonna be dirt and smelly and gross. So you're not gonna be able to detect what race it was in life.
I like yell in my head like, I don't just tell me. I don't know why, but I'm so fixated on this. Just tell me, what do you eat, Hagatha?
Back inside, Wander, you were about to ask something?
Do you offer any type of enchanting for weapons or armor? Can you do any of that?
Ooh, that is something I do not yet offer. It has... She pauses again, the long consideration, and kind of looks up towards the sky, and you can see her lips moving softly, as if she's like having a conversation or maybe talking to herself. And then she comes back to you and goes, that is something that has yet to come. But I will do you one favor. Close your eyes, my friend. Close your eyes.
Very nervously, I guess. Yeah, I close my eyes, sure.
All right. Hagatha comes up next to you and places a hand on your forehead. You can feel it's cold, it's clammy, it's damp, it's just really gross. And she begins to say some words, and you can feel like the pressure on either side of your forehead as she kind of squeezes it. Those of you that aren't Wander, you can see that she's pulled a gem inlaid stick out of kind of the back of her pants on her left side, the back left side, pulls out this stick and kind of shakes it over his head. Wander, you can hear this like rattling sound as she shakes this stick around you, and then opens her eyes and says, but I see your future is divided. One path is certain death. The other path, you will find what you seek before you know it, even without my help. Good luck on finding your correct way. Don't get lost in the woods on the way home. I'm afraid Hagatha needs to rest now. It's been a long day and night. I hope to see you before too long.
All right.
I guess
Head back.
I don't hear anything. I don't hear anything back in my head from her.
Nope.
Okay, well, I bust in and I say it again.
You just in front of everyone, like,
Yeah.
Hagatha, what do you eat?
Hagatha! Just let me know.
She walks up to like talking distance, and then like 2 steps closer to that like super uncomfortable distance, that like 1 fist apart, you know, that's sort of like I'm about to get in your face, or like I'm really creepy or I'm really uncomfortable.
I stand my ground panting. She can probably see like my pores through all the charcoal on my face. For cold.
She puts her cheek right up against yours, and as she whispers in your ear, you can kind of feel flecks of spit come out and like land on the inside of your ear, running into your ear canal a little bit. And she whispers, I'd eat you if you'd let me.
Yes, just normal girl talk. All right.
And then she takes a couple steps back. Goodbye, everybody. See me soon.
All right. I leave last because I'd rather not leave. Can I spend the night technically?
Yeah,
Where are we
if you
going
want to
after
stay
this?
with Hagatha, you can. Everyone else is going to head back to town, I believe.
We're
Fine.
going back
I
to the-
stay here.
the end.
Peace. I will meet you on the morrow, gentlemen.
All right. Yep. I head back to
Yeah,
town.
I head back with you.
Okay. You guys all go back to town. As you come back into the town square, you see that the message board has had 2 new things nailed on it. There is a new message a new job posting from a man named Corbin, who is identifying himself as some sort of trader or merchant, and another message from a woman named Ivana. But the message is kind of ratty and it's wet and like smells like beer. And I think this is the point where I start to calculate experience while you guys decide what quest you want to do next week.
Okay.
Do I know
Can
this?
I weigh in, or
Ivana?
am I sleeping with the hag?
You're sleeping with the hag,
You're
buddy.
not here, man.
You opted not to join in on this. We'll get to what happens with you and the hag in a bit. I'll have some questions for you.
Now that we're back, can we take some time to wrestle with this chest? Conveniently, now that Nox
Oh
is
yeah,
in the room.
totally. You
Yeah,
can.
that's right.
You've got unlimited time. You can eventually find a way to open the chest.
I might pick the lock eventually. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll get around to it. The chest contains 450 gold pieces as well as 700 silver pieces.
So I guess me and Varys are just splitting it 50-50?
Okay. That's a lot of coins. It's going to start weighing you down something heavy, but it's definitely doable.
You said it was 450 gold?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
so 225 each here. And then
700
silver.
Yes, sirs.
So that's 350 each?
Right.
Okay.
Is there anywhere we can just exchange some of these coins if we need to?
Yeah, there's probably, maybe not yet. The town is still pretty small. As you expand out and as you complete more quests and clear more of the countryside, more people will arrive. There's a lot of valuables to be found in this ancient ruined civilization. So the town is always building. The farther you go and the more side quests you do, the more services you will unlock. So hint, hint, like Zorus, Priest of Helm, you do his quest and you might unlock something related to clerics. You unlock Colleen Pixie Bottom's quest, you might unlock something related to wizards. It's kind of a crapshoot. Maybe you can read into the quest postings to decide what is what. Not every quest has an unlocking reward. Some of them just have straight loot. Some of them have just straight experience. Some quests, like this week quest, are landmark quests, which means that everyone who would start a new character now starts at level 3. The very first quest you did was a landmark quest. The second one with Marion was just a regular quest that allows you to maybe import supplies of different types from the mainland, like sketchy supplies, not your typical things, but maybe poisons or whatever. This one does bring us all to level 3. You guys might actually be just beyond level 3 because you have a little bit more experience. 100 plus 450 plus 800 divided by 4. Everyone brings home 437 experience. And I think that'll put you all beyond 900 XP. So you will all get to level 3. And should any of you perish in your adventures, whoever replaces you will now start at level 3 instead of level 2.
All right, so we need.
Does that mean Rachel gets to be level 3?
Nope, Rachel's still level 2.
Oh.
She left at level 2. When she comes back, she'll be level 2, unless Trump is a nicer person than I am.
I think I'll probably be pretty nice.
Oh,
Ah.
so nice.
All right, so we should choose a quest right now, right?
Yeah, you guys should choose a quest.
What are the options again?
What do you guys think?
They're on
see the board in front of
They're on the board
Yeah.
right now.
They're on the
Okay.
board.
So we could either go back to Zorus and see if he's still pissed at us, given that, again, we could use some healing potions. And there's at least that for a reward in that one. Or the sewer quest is interesting too, because I have a very good understanding of the city and maybe different paths into the sewers that might be helpful. What do you guys think of the others?
I'm very partial to the sewer one.
Shadow Boy, I would like you to take a guess at how I feel about our current crossroads.
So which quest you wanted to? Is that what you're asking?
Yes. Take a wild guess.
A wild
Don't
guess.
think too long.
Don't think too long. I would say the sewer one, because
No.
you are a dog. You are a dog at heart.
Just call her
Think Thank you. No, I don't care. Not once have I cared. Not once. Now, no different from all other times.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Let's do the sewer one.
Okay, the sewer one is the one we will do next from Ivana. You guys will probably spend a few days in town resting up, regaining all your HP and all that jazz. And since you're all level 3, you all get new hit points. So you can either take the average, it's actually slightly above average, or you can roll for hit points.
Slightly above average.
What's the average?
So if you're a rogue, right, Varys? So you will have D8 for hit dice. So you would get 5 plus your Constitution mod for a total of 7, or
Okay.
you could roll D8 plus 2 for potentially more or potentially less. If you take the 5, it's on average half a hit point better than rolling.
I'll
I
take
always
the average. I'll take the average.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I always do.
Can I
So we
use
add-
lucky on this roll?
No.
All right, so we add that to our current hit points.
Yeah. So you would
Okay,
add
the 25. Okay.
7. Yeah, and that
Yeah,
brings
7.
your total up to 3 D8. You're now level 3, all over the place.
Would you ever let someone use inspiration on that?
No.
Yeah, I didn't
For
think
level
so.
ups?
No way. Wander, you're also taking the average or
Yeah.
the middle.
Yeah.
So what does that bring your hit points to?
What was it? 5 plus con or
For you, it's going to be 5 and plus con. Yeah.
5? It would be 8 for me. So
Actually, I think for you it's 6 plus con. Because 5.5 is the average of. Yeah. So it should be 6 plus con.
So then plus 9 for me.
6. Yeah, your con's 3, 9. That brings you to 31. Is it?
Yep.
Excellent. And Ivana, you are taking the middle road.
5.
So 5 and 2 brings you to 7 more.
But I'm gonna roll just to see like what it would have been.
Cool. I like that.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
That
This is
can
why I
only
always
be
take
good.
average.
I hope you feel
Oh!
party.
Whatever.
Oh.
I've only ever in my like these
I'm gonna do it too for the hell of it.
Okay. And
Yeah, that's better.
and Nox, are you gonna roll or are you gonna take the average, the middle,
For what the
for your hit points on leveling up?
my hit points?
Yeah.
I need some good luck. Honestly, like I've rolled garbage on my initial HP, so I'm gonna take the roll.
You're
It's a
gonna
D8,
take a
right?
Yeah, it's gonna be a D8
Yeah.
plus 2. You can do it, man. I believe in you.
Do
Good luck,
it.
dude.
Yeah.
All right. You're
Like
at
an
20.
absolute god. All right.
Good job, man.
Like an
Unbelievable.
absolute deity.
Badass.
Okay, now all of you should take a look at your classes because at 3rd level you get new things. I'll let you take a look at it in the downtime. If you have any questions or you want to talk about it or you just want to walk through it with me, let me know. I'm happy to walk through it with you.
So I have one question. I looked at my spells for 3rd level. For Artificer, I can take another potion type or whatever, and it says it's a Constitution check. It's something that creates kind of like an area of impact that pushes people away. Now, what is that measured against on my side? Because it says something like intelligence modifier. So it's 8 plus proficiency plus intelligence modifier. How is that calculated on the sheet?
So proficiency is 2 at your level, and intelligence modifier is whatever it is right now. So right now you've got like your DC 13 saves when you throw your potions or your fire or your
Right.
acid. This is the same thing. That's the same modifier.
But how did you arrive at DC 13? Now that I think about it.
It's 8 is the base plus your proficiency
Okay, so it's
modifier plus your stat modifier, and your proficiency
So
modifier.
it'd be. Okay,
So,
gotcha. So it'll be the same thing. It'll be DC 13 for con instead of being Dex.
Yep.
Gotcha. All right, and I modified the damage on Alchemist Acid since that went up as well,
Oh, excellent. What did they go up to?
from 1d6 to 2d6. So that's a pretty big change. I might actually not be useless anymore.
Yeah.
We'll see.
26 is not great.
We'll see to that.
Pretty solid.
So,
What's your? Go ahead.
Oh, if we were to multi-class now that we're level 3, that's cool with you, right?
Yeah, you gonna multi-class?
I don't know. Who knows? Have to see next episode.
All right.
Multi-class is that a druid thing?
Anyone can multi-class.
Okay.
It's where you. How you say? It's a little complicated. Let's talk about it after the
Okay,
show.
we'll talk
Yeah.
about it.
All right. Well, then, shall we wrap this up?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Congratulations to the adventurers on completing another quest successfully, somehow.
We almost died, to be fair, though. I was on the cusp of death, and so was Varys. It was pretty close.
I hope you realize, now that you're level 3, I won't be pulling my punches anymore. So, congratulations on making it this far. A special congratulations to Destiny for being alive for all 4 episodes. That's incredible.
Thanks.
Congratulations, pre-congratulations for exactly 4 episodes also. So, that's our show for tonight. Thank you everyone for watching. We'll give a quick one-liner shout-out ending since we haven't done those in a while. Let's go around the table, starting with Destiny.
Thanks a lot for having me on. I'll see you next week, and the week after that, and the week after that.
I think I will only be staring at your face for just one more week, Destiny. Caitlin.
Hi, I'm Caitlin. Thanks for having me on too. Thanks for all of these amazing freaking people. I stream literally every single day. I don't know if my Twitch URL is anywhere, but it's just twitch.tv/Caitlin. So just like take my name, and there you go. There you have it.
I hope your heartbreak over your death doesn't cause you to miss a stream. I've heard you've got quite a streak going.
510 days in a row.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Sandman.
I'm rivaling Neil at the length of something. I mean, it's a different kind of length. It's like the stream instead of like an entire stream. But oh my god, wow, the length of my thing impressed Neil, who's like the king of the length of things.
All right, Shanman.
You can follow me at anything that ends in ChanmanV. So Twitter, Twitch, all that good stuff. It's all ChanmanV. And thanks everybody, especially you guys, for playing the game. And I say we roll to rename the show Heroes Playground instead of Graveyard.
Oh no!
You know,
Yeah.
I see how it is.
Oh no!
I see how it is. Yeah, just shout out to you guys. The 2 DMs doing a good job voice acting, trying to make this world come to life, going along with the antics. My teammates for not having let me die in that cave. I thought I was dead for sure. I thought you just poked a sword through my skull.
We'll let you know if you died during the break, Noxious.
The night, yeah. Well, I'm gonna go play Shag the Hag. So you guys do your thing.
Oh
They
no!
just wanted to shag me, dude. Get in line.
God.
All right, and Koibu, finish us off here.
Hey guys, I'm Koibu. I'm your story DM, your good DM. I have, starting tomorrow, a new show. It's called Fatal One. It is just a mechanics dungeon crawl. It's also like a community event where multiple people will run through the same dungeon trying to gain clues to help the next group after they die horribly in it. It starts tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific time on twitch.tv/Koibu.
Are you sure there will be people dying on that show?
Yes. I can promise that when I try and kill players, it will actually happen.
Oh, snap.
Oh, that's our show. Good
ouch.
night. Special thanks to the patrons for supporting the show. We'll kill someone tomorrow, next week, guaranteed.
Alright, good job, guys.
We're so good. I can't believe it.
How about this? If an enemy if you make a ranged attack and there is an adversary standing adjacent to you, do you take that attack at disadvantage?
If you make a ranged attack against an adjacent person, then it is at disadvantage. But I think if there's an adjacent person, you can still make ranged attacks against somebody else. I will double check the rules right now.